What is going on, people? We are Tottenham TV here, back again with another live watch-along. Spurs taking on Newcastle at St James's Park. Kickoff is just 15 minutes away in a massive, massive game in the top four race. Joining me for today's watch-along, we've got Barnaby Slater from the Spurs On podcast to go through all the drama that is going to unfold today. Before we get into the watch-along, though, and before we get into all the serious business, well, we got even more serious business to go ahead, because this watch-along is brought to you by the Testicular Cancer Awareness Society. It is Testicular Cancer Awareness Month, and we are partnering the Testicular Cancer Society for this watch-along for their Highlight Your Balls campaign. Early detection is crucial, so we'll be teaching you how to check your balls during the game. So stay tuned for some testicular cancer self-exam tips throughout the watch-along. But please, as well, if you want to go and get some more information, go check out testicularcancersociety.org. Link is in the description below. So that is the partnership we are going for today's watch along. But look, Barnaby, massive game today in the top four race. We've got the lineup here. Only one change from last week. Rio Bentancur coming in for Mate Sarr. What are your thoughts on the lineup today?
Yeah, I'm glad Bentancur's in, actually, because I think he gives us a little bit more control in midfield on the ball. I was wondering all week, and I spoke about this on my podcast, whether Højbjerg might come in for Bissouma, just because the goals that we've been conceding have all been, I think, mainly coming down our kind of left-hand side when Udogie is caught upfield, as he's asked to do. But Bissouma doesn't seem to quite have the nous at the moment, or dare I even say, the desire to chase back hard enough and come across and cover that space. And I feel like Højbjerg has a bit more of a kind of a mind to do that. So I did wonder whether he'd start, but he hasn't. And I guess I can see why he's not going to, because Ange is pretty consistent when he's like, if a player isn't going to be here for the long term, I'm not going to really start him. And I think that's what's happened with Højbjerg. But apart from that, as expected, you know, I feel like every week we have to talk about how angry some people get about Timo Werner starting for us, but he's doing a great job. He's getting assists. He's making lots of big chances. And today, as we see when we go into the Newcastle team, you know, I think they may have even picked a right back specifically with Werner in mind.
Yeah, and they've obviously a big depleted side for Newcastle. We'll go into it in a sec. Obviously, no Richarlison in the squad today, so the Ben Johnson's a bit depleted in the forward line, but he's still got the likes of Lo Celso, Kulusevski, and look, Brian Hill's back in the squad for it looks like a while. He hasn't been involved, but one quite notable absentee, Olive Skip, not involved today in the squad, which has got to be really heartbreaking for him, considering, you know, he's fought so hard to get involved in the first team, and now he's not being involved in the squads anymore. He was asked about Ollie Skip in his pre-match press conference, and he kind of was asked about, you know, does he have a future here? Basically, is the fact that he's a homegrown player, does that give him, you know, more of a chance of having a future? And he kind of didn't really bat away suggestions that he might be leaving in the summer. Do you think the writing might be on the wall for Ollie Skip at the moment?
I've been saying it most of the season, to be honest. I think Oliver Skip, for his own career, has to go somewhere, be that on loan or as a permanent move. If I was Oliver Skip and his agent, I'd be looking for a permanent move now. I think if Oliver Skip were to get games, by which I mean consecutive games, at a club like, let's say, Brentford, a kind of more mid to lower table Premier League club, I think very quickly you'd be talking about him in the same kind of ways as he has been before. He's clearly a very talented player. He's a very good player. Shows a lot of character and desire. Always wants to get on the ball, but he's just not getting the chances at Spurs. And yeah, I saw that press conference with Ange, and I don't think Ange is willing to say he'll definitely be at the club. So I think there's a chance that, you know, I think if we can get £10 million for Oliver Skip, I think you take that.
I think at the moment, yeah, albeit, as you say, when he first broke in, especially after he had that season at Norwich and he broke into the team under Nuno, he looked like a player who's going to be here for a long time, and, you know, people like Mourinho and other managers were talking about him as a future captain. So the fact that we're now sitting here and it looks like we're all happy for him to move on and he's not really getting looking is hard to take, because there's always, you want to back an academy player to have a long-term future at Spurs, but it hasn't quite happened. All right, let's look at the Newcastle lineup then. A much changed lineup. Well, actually not much change from last week, but much depleted lineup from their usual first choice. They've got Dubravka in goal, Murphy, Kraft, Shah and Byrne along the back line, Guimaraes, Anderson and Longstaff in the midfield with Barnes, Gordon and Isak up front. They do have Lewis Hall and Livramento, who are fullbacks on the bench, but they're kind of struggling with fitness issues, so potentially they can't really play 90 minutes at the moment. You mentioned you reckon Jacob Murphy coming in at right back potentially to combat Timo Werner's pace. He is a player who predominantly this season, when he has been called upon, has been playing right wing. So do you think that is something to like? Is he capable of stopping Timo Werner, do you think?
I just wonder if he is indeed going to play right back. I mean, the only other option is, I don't know whether they bring like Anderson or Longstaff into the back three and play them as wing backs. That's the only other possibility, but it seems unlikely. If he is playing right back, it has to be, I think, a mixture of because of their injury problems and, because he's got pace. What I'd say there is that Newcastle team, by my reckoning, and I admit I don't watch a lot of Newcastle, but my reckoning, only five of those players would not be in their first team. 3 of the back 4 would certainly not be in their first team if they didn't have injuries. I don't think Anderson or Longstaff would start. And then I think maybe the front 3 arguably might start, but they're really depleted. So what I've been saying this week on my podcast is it wouldn't surprise me at all if, the crowd get them up, maybe Newcastle go ahead. Maybe if we can stick with them, but by which I mean either drawing or only 1 goal behind going into like the second half, 60 minutes, and really the squad depth you'd like to think would be in our favour. But obviously when you go to St James's Park, it's so difficult at the start. The crowd really get behind them. We saw that obviously last year going 5-0 down after 22 minutes. I don't think that's going to happen today, but I think Eddie Howe will be saying to the players, if we're going to win this game, we've got to do it from the start and really get in behind Spurs. And there will be spaces. I mean, Newcastle have scored the exact same amount of goals that Spurs have scored, but they've conceded 7 more goals than we have. So the chances of, I might jinx it here, but the chances of it being 0-0 seem highly unlikely. There should be goals, and we just got to stick in it, I think, and or hopefully, get the first goal ourselves and maybe do what we did at Aston Villa. That would be lovely.
And you know what, the point you made about just being in the game or not being behind come like the hour mark, exactly the point I actually made on the preview, because you look at our benches and we've got so much more talent on our bench to give us more energy and change things up, whereas if they're not leading come the 60th minute, do they have the quality to give them more energy to go again on that bench, or are they going to be kind of running on empty a bit? So that's also a good point. But you look at that front line. If we are going to be caught out, that is kind of the front line is where they're strongest. And Gordon, Barnes, and Isaac all having brilliant especially Gordon and Isaac having brilliant seasons. Barnes recently is in very good form. He's been scoring goals recently. My friend on a WhatsApp group just before, he made the claim that they've got a more clinical front line than Spurs do. Do you reckon that's a valid case for that?
Isak has scored 5 in his last 5 home Premier League games. Gordon is really grown as a player this season. I think it's been a good move for him because he's managed to join a club where, he's actually able to be the main man still almost, especially when they've had these injuries anyway. And he really believes in himself. Good player. Spurs were, of course, interested in him, but I think in the end kind of went for Maddison instead of Gordon. I don't think we could probably have afforded to get both.
I think we bought at the price, didn't we? 50 million. We didn't want to pay it.
For someone a bit younger, whereas we got Maddison for 40. I like Barnes a lot. Interestingly, so Newcastle were 3-1 down at home to West Ham in their last, I think it was their last home game, after about 65, 70 odd minutes. And then they brought Barnes on and he changed the game. It's interesting to me that he starts today, and that means that, like I said, if we are ahead of them, they're not going to have as much to change it with on that bench by the looks of things. So that could work in our favour as well. But like I said before, the key is we got to stick in this game for as long as we can and not let them blow us away from the start.
Usually, we go to St James's Park and you probably say a point is a good result. You probably take a draw more often than not when you go away to Newcastle, because it's always a difficult game when you go up there. And I don't think we have a very good record up at St James's Park either. But looking at that lineup today for Newcastle, seeing how depleted it is, does that change your thinking about a point being a good result? Does that mean, we have to really come here and win?
No, I still think a point is a good result, personally. But, I know that not everyone's going to agree with me, but I think you go to St James's Park, especially now, and get anything come back. And also, it's the early game of the weekend. It just allows my weekend not to have been ruined by losing. So I'd take a point. I do think we've got a good chance of winning. I'd love it to be a lovely, comfortable win like the Aston Villa game, but let's see what happens. I do think, they clearly concede a lot of goals. And so if we can get that first goal and then maybe get a second, it could be like that Villa game. But I'm also kind of torn because there's a big chance that, if you remember, obviously there was the 5-0 after 22 minutes last season, but also I was up at St James's Park at the end of our 15-16 season where they did us like 4-0,
yeah.
4-1.
5-1 they won.
5-1. Musa Sissoko scored for them a couple of times.
And they were down to 10 men, if I remember rightly.
And that was a horrible, horrible day. So it's just at St James's Park, because of the way the crowd are, and they've all been given flags and stuff, so they obviously want to make this a big game for them. You can just get blown away, and I'm hopeful that Spurs will show a little bit of backbone today, and hopefully a few of them have talked about how painful it was last season, and maybe they want to make good on that.
Yeah, I do wonder why this is such a big occasion for Newcastle. It does seem to. Do they have flags for every game? I don't know. I'll be surprised.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. Newcastle actually have the best run-in out of any of the clubs. So I think their fans are looking at this and thinking, and the club are thinking, if they can get a big win, a big statement win against Spurs today, then they've got a lot of those lower teams to come in the next 6-7 games. So
they got a good chance of top 6, don't they?
Yeah, they're only 2 points behind United.
Yeah, so maybe they're looking to make it a sense of occasion. I kind of feel like I agree. Like I never think a point away in Newcastle is a bad result, even with a depleted team. But I can't help thinking this would be an opportunity missed if we don't really take the game to them.
Think about the Fulham game.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? Like, this Newcastle team, even with injuries, is as strong as that Fulham team. So if Spurs don't go into this with the right attitude, we could get done.
Yeah, 100%. But yeah, I just look at that backline. I'm thinking if we can't exploit that backline, like we will never have a better opportunity of going to Newcastle. And really, like if we can stamp our authority on this game, we've got a really good chance of exploiting that backline. I do wonder what kind of tactics Newcastle will employ, because I feel like if this turns into a bit of a basketball game, that would suit Spurs because of Newcastle's depleted backline. Yeah, and also we're used to it. But I remember I watched them against City earlier in the season, and they gave them an amazing game. Like they scored 2 great goals in the first half through the transition, and they sat in a low block and made it very difficult for City. And I think De Bruyne came on very late on and ended up turning it around for them. But it was a very, very good performance in Newcastle. If they are a bit smarter and don't open up too much and don't press it up too high, I feel like if they reduce the space that we can get, then I think that will probably benefit them, because I think if they push up the pace of our front line, their front line has not got a lot of pace. Their back line's got a serious lack of pace.
Yeah, I'm intrigued. They seem to have a new sponsor for today. I don't know what Saudi scheme that is. But yeah, look, like I said, I just think Spurs have to be smart today. Look, Ange wants us to play on the front foot. It'll be very interesting to see whether Spurs are able to wrestle control of the game early on, when Newcastle, since the Saudis took over, what they've been really amazing at is hitting teams hard in the first 5-10 minutes at St James's Park. But if Ange can, if Ange has got the players up for it enough that they can wrestle control of that first 5, 10, 15 minutes, then that could definitely be to our benefit in the long run.
Yeah, that midfield battle as well. You have to think, with Longstaff, and Longstaff has obviously been a consistent player for them. Bruno's great, and Elliot Anderson, he's come in a few games recently, but surely our midfield will be looking at thinking we can dominate that midfield battle.
I'd hope so, but just remains.
Well, they have it. They have it as Kraft at left back, Byrne centre back. That's how
Byrne's
they have
always
it.
At left back for them. That would be weird.
Yeah, I mean, no, but recently he has been playing centre back because they got injuries. But then they've got another injury to right back. So I don't know if there's another reshuffle, or maybe they're just reshuffling the fullbacks.
Right.
We have to wait and see.
Was this Spurs 11 what you guys predicted?
It is. Yeah, we got it spot on. Yeah, we just felt with Bentancur was, I thought, brilliant when he came on against Forest,
Yeah. I thought he played well against West Ham as well.
Yeah,
He really got us on the ball.
Yeah. I thought those first 20 minutes he looked back to his best, and then he kind of weaned out a bit. But I thought, yeah, he's brilliant. And Sarr's, I don't know, past couple games hasn't really been incredible. So why not?
A little back niggle, hasn't he, Sarr?
He's got a back niggle, and I think he's been fasting in Ramadan as well. Maybe that's caused a few issues. So I think Ramadan's over now. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure, but let's see.
Jake Backus on the super chat says, "Good morning from Texas, 3-1 Coys."
Yeah, what's your prediction? Did you give your prediction?
My prediction all week has just been half-time Newcastle, full-time Spurs. I haven't put a score on it, but I mean, you have to, with Spurs, go 3-2.
3-2. I said 4-2. I said 4-2 Spurs. I think a bit of a goal fest. I can't see us holding out that Isaac, Gordon and Barnes front line, but I'm just looking at midfield and their midfield defence. I think it's so depleted. I reckon we can run riot a bit along their back line.
What we need to do, what we haven't been doing that much recently, is make chances for Sonny.
Yeah.
Sonny's not been getting chances really for a few games, so I'd like to see a few chances come his way. Look, I think it'll be a good game. I just don't want my weekend to be ruined so early, but let's see.
Also, one thing which is counts against us probably, I reckon, is playing in this bloody kit. I think we're always terrible when we play in this kit.
Yeah, I don't know if this is like a malicious rumour that I made up myself, but I'm sure I read somewhere that they struggle to see each other in this kit because it blends in with the crowd.
I can understand that. I can really understand that. I think Ange... no, he did. He was asked about it. He didn't really say one way or another, but like it was something that he said it can make a difference in these things. And when you look at that kit, it is a awkward colour.
So we beat Luton in it though, didn't we?
That was the only one.
We lost to Fulham.
We lost to Fulham. We did get a free draw at the Etihad.
Wearing that kit?
Yeah.
Really?
And
why did we wear that at the Etihad?
I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure we wore that kit, and we lost 4-2 to Brighton. We were terrible on that day.
Yeah, we got absolutely.
So it hasn't. I don't know. We haven't been brilliant. I think when we've worn this kit, but let's hope there's a change of fortunes today. All right, we are about to get underway. Spurs kicking off from left to right.
It seems quite close to the black and white kit as well.
Yeah, as well. A bit of a kit clash. Yeah, that's what people were saying before the game. Is there a bit of a kit clash as well?
Ali McCoy's saying there have to be goals today, just like I did. We're obviously jinxing the hell out of this. It's going to be 0-0.
All right. And we're underway. Oh, no, we're not underway. Full start. I don't know why. He blew the whistle.
I have a friend who's a Newcastle fan who's the only friend I know who, when Newcastle beat Spurs, he actually texts me and takes the piss out of me. So I'm really determined and hopeful that it can't happen today.
All right, let's go. Spurs on the front foot straight away. Putting the ball at it early.
Madison Basuma getting some nice little passes.
Come on, let's dominate possession here. Let's show them about our football. Come on. Oh, Madison with an early ball in. It's going to fall to Bench. Goal on the edge of the box. Oh, his shot is blocked.
Got in his way.
Oh, early start for Tottenham. There's a couple of players there that could have got the shot off, but now Newcastle coming forward, but Van der Ven does really good sweeping and gets it back to Vicario.
So I haven't seen you for a while, Sim, but I've been saying for a while now, Van der Ven is the first player we've had since Dembele where whenever it comes to him in a 50-50, I just turn away. Like, I don't even worry.
I completely agree with you. Like, it's whenever there's a ball in behind and you see when Van der Ven makes that decision, I'm going to go for it, like, that's it, it's over. Like, Van der Ven is getting there. And, like, the other player just can't do anything about it. It's such a sight to behold as well. Absolutely, I love watching Van der Ven. Like, it's like, I compare him to like a steam train. There's nothing stops him. That's a bad one on Sonny. So it was a Fabian Schär.
Good timing to bring up my stat there. Spurs, the most fouled team in the Premier League this season, and only one penalty given for us all season.
Yeah, I wonder what we can learn from that. Like, are we not getting fouled enough in the box, or are referees not giving us the decisions? It's a bit of an odd stat, isn't it?
One thing that we don't do a lot is kind of drive into the box at pace because we're going out wide and getting it cut across. So that might be a reason. Lovely little ball in there. This is a good start from Spurs, you know. Yeah,
looking confident. Or as you say that, Rodrigo. Commentator's curse. Bentancur, the best pace pass. Gordon looking to go on the outside. Bentancur can't keep pace with him. He burns him. And he's cut it back, but Porro's there to clear, and it's away. Bentancur looked a bit on his heels there. He lost the ball and then got burnt by Anthony Gordon. Couldn't keep up with him.
Gordon is quick. Super quick.
But you thought once... Oh, cross in. Anderson's header. Blocked by Porro. It's going to be a corner to Newcastle. And the crowd are up for it now. Good block by Pedro Porro.
Porro's put his arm up calling for the bench, I think.
Really?
I don't know, might be another player, but it looked like it was the bench. Famously not great at defending corners, so let's show some strength here, boys. Come on. Oh, Newcastle don't seem to be putting anyone blocking Vicario, so that's... Oh, they've gone short.
Here's Anderson, cuts inside Werner. No one blocking the cross. Well, Werner does block the cross, and it's going to be Porro, actually. Going to be another corner. They are wearing black armbands, I believe, for Joe Kinnear to commemorate the passing of Joe Kinnear, who passed away last week. Obviously, former manager of Newcastle, former player of Spurs as well.
Yeah. Good fullback, according to Danny Kelly. I was listening on The View from the Lane. He said he was an excellent fullback. Played for 10 years for Spurs. Guimaraes is in front of Vicario this time. Is he going to block his run?
Corner, Gordon in and away by Porro at the near post. Jacob Murphy picks up the ball and...
Make him go all the way back.
Yeah, that's it.
Sonny.
Longstaff. Oh, Oh, it's a dangerous pass, but Murphy gets there ahead of Werner. And a ball looking in behind, and the doggy could have took that down, I think. He panicked a bit, just put out for a throw instead.
Yeah, I guess he's not in his natural position.
Yeah,
there,
true. And Byrne takes the throw quickly. A doggy's coming over to Anderson, and he sees out for that's a goal kick. Yeah, goal kick.
It had already gone off by the time he touched that. That was good strength from Udogie there, kind of unnaturally in the right back spot because of coming back from the corner, but he did well in the end.
All right. Heath Bailey says, the way we are conceding goals, this could be a repeat of last season. Well, if this would be a repeat of last season, I think we'd already be 2-0 down. So I think it's all right.
I remember exactly where I was watching that game. It's hell.
I was sitting right here, and it was. I remember when the 5th goal went in, I just burst out laughing.
Yeah.
I just couldn't quite believe what I was seeing. I think I was angry up until the 5th goal. Then it's just funny.
Oh, could he go for his legs there?
Didn't decide to go for the loose ball from a doggy, I think. Oh no, it was Basuma actually. Oh, he's won it back though. And now Timo tries to burn Kraft. Is that a foul? Referee says no. Referee said he just outmuscled him. Timo's not happy with that.
He got his body in the way.
But given away,
Basuma.
Given away from him. Here's
Rodrigo.
Bentancur though. Destiny Udogie on the left. Back to Mickey van der Ven. And being forced back now. Harvey Barnes closing down Romero. He goes to Van der Ven. What I like about Van der Ven recently, I feel like he's really improving his passing, actually.
Yeah,
his passing forward's getting a lot better.
Yeah, the balance he brings us on the left with the ball is huge.
Here's Maddison.
Spurs are getting a lot of space in midfield, you know.
Yeah, they seem to be not closed down at the moment. Here's Son. Porro on the right-hand side. Brendan with his first touch of the ball, I believe. I don't think he's touched it yet. Here's Basuma.
Yeah, when we've got the ball, Newcastle go into a back five. Ali McCoy's just talking about it. And that's why in midfield we've got so much space, because we've got at least one extra man in there.
Van der Ven's good flick by Maddison. Udogie keeps the ball away from Kraft.
Beautiful.
And he turns away, and he's got Timo to his left. He finds him. Timo goes down the line, finds Udogie. He's going to keep it in. He cuts it back and wins a corner.
Lovely stuff.
Come on.
Good stuff from Spurs down the left.
All right, can we be a threat from set pieces now? When was the last time?
Pretty much every corner last week short. Bar one, I think.
Oh, it's where the goal for Van der Ven came from, isn't
I
it?
think we've realised that we're terrible at attacking corners direct, so go short and try and make a chance a different way.
All right, who's Romero shouting at? Van der Ven, I think. Got looks like we are going to take it short again. Porro to Maddison. Maddison whips it in. It's a good ball, and it's flicked on. Werner's at the back post. Can't quite make anything of it. Now Harvey Barnes looking to break away from Basuma. Is that a foul? It is. And a free kick to Newcastle. Is that a yellow card?
It shouldn't be. He's making a rod for his own back if he books him here.
He bundles over Barnes fairly cynically, but they've taken it quickly. And Vicario's out there. Takes a touch and boots it away. Well done. Good sweeping. Brendan loses out. It's not the best ball from Romero, but Bentancur does a brilliant flick and a brilliant turn and looks for Brendan Johnson out wide. He burns down Byrne for pace. He puts the ball in the box. Timo Werner's in the back.
He's got to head that. Why is he not heading it?
Volleys it over the bar. It's a good move from Tottenham.
What a cross from Brendan Johnson, but why is he not heading that?
It's an awkward height, isn't it?
Brennan behind him.
Brennan absolutely burns it. Brennan should be pulling that along the floor though, shouldn't he?
I'm sorry, McCoy's saying exactly the same as me. You've got to head it exactly.
Well, it's a bit low for a header, isn't it?
He's only 5'6".
Yeah, true. He can stoop a bit potentially. But you've also, if Brennan puts that long across the floor as opposed to putting a bit of height on it.
I think because it was
bit of both.
He had to cross it on the half volley, so
yeah, true.
Down.
Bale was very good at keeping it low on the half volley. That was one of his specialities, so it's a hard technique.
When I hear people slagging off Brendan Johnson, he has shown so much this season already. I'm so impressed with him, honestly. His crossing, he's an elite crosser.
Yeah, and he completely burnt down Byrne there. Byrne got nowhere near him, so we've got to be looking for that avenue a bit more. But another one to add to the collection for Werner, I guess, people will say. Sonny getting fouled again. That's the second time he's been fouled in the first 10 minutes. He's been dropping a lot deeper though, hasn't he, Sonny?
Yes. Wants to get in the game more. Similar to what Aston Villa did against us in that when playing flat back five when we've got the ball. And it really didn't work for them. And I like the amount of space we're getting in midfield to start.
There's Kraft. Oh, good tackle from a doggy on Jacob Murphy. Now James Maddison's on the ball. He's looking for options. He finds Sonny. Plays it back to Basuma. He's not quick enough on the ball, Basuma, and he's giving it away. Now transition for Newcastle. Isaac lays off to Gordon on the right-hand side. He comes streaming forward.
Got to go with
Bruno Guimaraes is on the run. Oh, Harvey Barnes in the box. He's got space. A good covering from Pedro Porro.
Brilliant defending from Pedro
But
Porro.
too dangerous on the... How was Barnes able to get that in the box there? We should be marking that.
Also, look, watch Basuma here.
Yeah, he doesn't track Bruno.
His arse off, and he never does. Look, he
should
never
be busting
gets
a
back.
gut. Should be busting a gut. Porro does well in the end to make sure Barnes doesn't get the shot off. But if that's a better touch from Barnes, he might be able to get that shot off, to be honest.
Yeah, it was a good opportunity, but really good from Pedro Porro. Very impressive. Here comes another corner. In swinger from Gordon. By the looks
And
of
also,
things.
Basuma gave that ball away, didn't he, as well? Like, disappointing from him. Gordon with a corner. In swinger from the left-hand side. Into the back post, and it's flicked on. Oh, and Fabian Schär can't get there. It's actually flicked away. It was Bruno is over. He's hurt, he says.
This is the one negative I've had about Vicario this season. Look how... This is about 4 yards out. He's 6 yards out. He's got to come for that and get a punch on it.
Basuma actually does well to make sure Bruno doesn't... Well, actually, he nearly makes a mistake, but he makes up for it. Basuma just gets it away. Vicario then goes clattering into Bruno.
Vic's got to be a bit stronger, I think, and just come and pile out everything. He's not even been blocked this game.
Now Gordon, another back
deeper.
post again, and it's flicked on by Barnes. And actually, if he didn't touch that, there was a player coming in behind him. He might have been able to get that.
We're so bad at defending set
know.
pieces. So bad.
Barnes is there. Look, if he misses it, I think Schär's getting there,
Why
you know.
is the doggy jumping for the ball?
We just allow Barnes to get there, and thankfully it's wide. Two dangerous moments from corners there from Spurs.
Yeah, McCoy's has just said on the co-coms it looks like Vicario's not too confident coming off his line. But a doggy as well just has to jump and try and put the player off as well. It's one thing knowing you're not going to get the ball, but you've got to get up there to try and put the player off. He had, as you said, they had a free header and a free man behind him who could have got it. Poor.
Do you feel like Ange's being stubborn when it comes to the whole no set piece coach thing?
I think he's made a rod for his own back. I think it's stupid to say that. I think, you've got to always be learning. Anyway, we're just letting the Newcastle crowd get into this with a bit of momentum now.
We're just giving the ball away a couple of times now. Now Dan Burn down the line to Barnes on the left-hand side. He's going to take a run at Porro, but...
inside. Romero slipped.
But luckily Porro gets the inception. Porro's had a pretty good start to the game, to be fair.
Yeah.
Thrown to Newcastle.
11 minutes gone.
Here's Anderson. Nice tackle this time from Bentancur. Oh, doesn't get enough on the second challenge, but Porro wins it back, and Johnson into Basuma.
Oh,
He plays it back. It's not the best ball, but Vicario to Romero. He's got a player on him, and he's nearly given it away to Barnes, but not on Barnes. Sorry, Anderson. But luckily for us, it goes out for a goal kick.
You can't try and play an inside ball there.
Yeah, they're definitely being aggressive when we're trying to play out the back, and then when we get into their half, as you say, they're dropping into a back five. So they definitely have some sort of plan for us today.
Can I say that's another example of kind of what I call classic Basuma, where he actually won the ball back for us well, and really importantly, and then he got the ball back, and then he plays a horrible pass to Vicario on the bounce. And it's almost like he loses concentration. He's got so much talent, but he can't string any kind of rhythm together.
Just loses his as you say, he loses his concentration.
Anyway, I do like him as a player. I'm not slagging him. It does just feel like he's so talented that maybe he just is his head goes a bit fuzzy sometimes. Anyway, Vicario with the ball.
Here we go. He's on the ball inside the box. He's strumming forward. Oh, Isaac closing him down. He goes long this time, looking for Brennan. Dan Burns there. He's forced to hook the clearance, and can Bentancur put him under pressure? He wins the ball back. Lovely touch there from Bentancur.
Fantastic. Gets
away from Bruno. And now Madders. Didn't go early to Porro. He goes to Bentancur, lays it off Basuma. Nice one to nearly. Bad pass from Basuma, but Odoggy saves it. Here's Werner on the left-hand side. Looks inside for Doggy. It's blocked. Basuma, though, wins it back. Here's James Maddison.
Lovely ball.
Good ball. Bentancur is a loose ball from Bentancur, and intercepted by Anderson, I should say. And a foul by Brennan, and a free kick given.
Newcastle are all about the transition today. They want to sit back. They're playing Conte ball, basically. Sit back and then hit us with the pace in the front line.
But that can be very draining if you're not getting those transitions often enough, I think. So let's just make sure that we're restricting them as often as possible.
Exactly what I was saying before the game is, get on the front foot, make them tired, and then stay in the game till 65, 70 minutes.
But here is Barnes on the left-hand side. He goes on the outside of Porro and he burns him, and it's way too easy in the box, and a good block this time for Romero. Another corner. Romero's not happy with something.
Too easy. Johnson needs to be helping Porro out here. Johnson's caught far up the pitch.
Barnes,
absolutely on
caught on his heels, and Bentancur also can catch him as well. One of them's got to make sure they're getting to that line if they're going to basically show him on the outside. You can't allow him that sort of space.
Another corner.
Yeah, Bentancur looks really good on the ball at the moment, but off the ball he just seems a bit off the pace. Back to the back post. Vicario gets a good touch and a good claim, actually, in the end. Oh, he slips. And he nearly... Oh, he got fouled. He nearly slipped outside the box, but ref adjudged a foul. Good claim there by Vicario, and he just didn't release it. Oh, there you go. Got fouled. Here's Vicario with the free kick. They definitely are looking dangerous when they get into those wide areas, aren't they, Newcastle?
Yeah, they've outpaced us down the flanks twice already.
Vicario goes long looking for Bentancur. And here's Sonny, again in the deeper area, Sonny. Pedro Porro goes down the line.
Throw.
And Brennan Johnson picks up ahead of Dan Burn.
Take him on.
Goes backwards to Porro, flicks it inside to Son. It's a good ball. Son now goes out wide. It's a great ball to Timo Werner. On the left-hand side, he's in the box now. Can he find a pass? Timo Werner cuts inside, shoots, and it hits Son. And Son blocks it away from goal, and it's away. And it's offside, actually.
What's he doing?
He's trying to, I don't know, run across the face of goal. I'm not sure what he's trying there. Would that have troubled the keeper? It's a brilliant ball there from Son. And then... It's offside, yeah. I don't know. I think the keeper would have had that covered anyway. Yeah. Here's Barnes, and it's a foul by Porro on Harvey Barnes. Free kick to Newcastle. Beating quite a few fouls on both sides now.
Yeah. Bruno. Kind of professional fouls, aren't they? Trying to stop the breaks. There'll be
Fabian
bookings for those second. Look, he's
Gordon on the right-hand side again with space. He's going to take on Mickey van der Ven.
Destiny's got
He's been forced backwards. He knows he can't take on Mickey van der Ven. Now Kraft to Bruno Guimaraes. Down the line to... Oh, it's a bad pass, and Gordon can't keep it in.
There's something weird about... I can't remember which player it is, but one of their players is on like 9 bookings.
Is it Bruno, potentially?
And if he gets, I think it's Bruno. And if he gets a booking, he's suspended. But if he were to get 2 bookings...
Yeah, it's only one game.
It's the
cut-off. So he gets 2 game booking if he gets a yellow.
Oh, what have we done?
Given away is Isaac to Harvey Barnes in the box. Harvey Barnes with the shot. Good block again by Romero. And away. I don't know what happened there, but we gave it away to Isaac. But here's Brennan Johnson. He cuts inside. Here's come on, Bentancur now. We've got men forward here in support. Bentancur goes out. Another ball behind, and Werner slows the whole move down. Yeah. Here is Timo Werner on the left-hand side to Maddison. Inside to Bentancur.
Nice.
Back to Maddison, is in the box. Maddison goes to the outside. He pulls the back. Timo Werner. Oh, his strike is poor, and he can't get it on target. He could have gone over there, Maddison. It looked like it was going to be brought down. Brilliant move.
He took it with his left foot, and I wonder if he'd have been better waiting for it to come back to his across to his right.
It's not the best ball from Porro. Challenged by Isaac, but Vicario is going to get back and down the line to... Oh, he's given away by Vicario, but actually Pedro Porro actually recovers the situation. So nearly some sloppy moments, but it's a really encouraging move that was by Spurs. Timo Werner again doesn't have his finishing moves on, but here's Udogie. Looks for Son, who flicks it behind, but no one there.
It was a bad ball from Udogie that giving it to Son.
Son kind of makes the most of it, but can't quite...
Get off the pitch.
Isaac can't keep it in. Timo Werner, the chances have fallen to him so far, and he does not have his shooting boots on. Great play between Bentancur Madders. He goes on the outside of Murphy. You can't track him. Yeah, and Werner, just his finishing is really, really poor.
Do you see what I mean? He took it with his left, and I wonder if he can wait a beat and then hit it with his right. He
scored one earlier this season. Against Villa.
Yeah. McCoy as an ex-striker isn't happy with his technique there.
So a couple of finishes now for Timo, which has left a lot to be desired so far. Here's Pedro Porro. Bentancur flicks it on, but Newcastle win it back. Dan Burn back to Dubravko, being challenged by Son. Dan Burn, Tottenham closing down. Brennan Johnson forced him down the line. Harvey Barnes loses it to Porro. Now Brennan.
It's another example, though, isn't it? How we need those chances.
Lovely.
We need those chances to fall to Son.
Here's Brennan. Can he find a pass? Can he find a cross early? He gives it to Maddison, who turns. Oh, he can't quite turn away from Shah, that is. And Bruno Guimaraes is going to dribble out of play. It's good play from Bruno, but he's giving it away to Romero, who is ahead of Isaac there. 2 steps ahead in his thought process. Here's Basuma. Bentancur to Porro.
What are they calling
They're
for
instructing Brennan to get wider, open up the space.
Right.
And they're forced
I feel
backwards.
like we purposely slowed down the move there. I'm not sure if... Well, anyway, what do I know?
Here's Udogi. Basuma now.
Just want some of those chances to fall to Sonny.
Yeah. Just one of them at least. You know how clinical he is.
Brennan, frankly. Brennan Johnson's a great finisher, I think.
Here's Romero. Trying to just move the ball around and just see if we can open up some space.
This is real Conte ball from Newcastle.
Yeah, very low.
I guess this is what you talked about with the City game, is it?
Yeah, they were a lot lower. Yeah, a lot lower block and a lot more compact in that game to combat City. And they nearly did get the result. It took some De Bruyne magic late on to win the game for City. Timo's giving it away to Gordon, and Gordon's going to go on the outside. It's a foul by Madders, and is it going to be a yellow? He goes across him.
It is a yellow.
Is he going to give him a yellow? It looks like a tactical. Well, maybe
he's got
not.
away with that. He's completely got away with, because look how late he is. He's ridiculously late.
Yeah, that's got to be a yellow. I'll be furious if that's a Newcastle player. That's pretty obvious what he's doing there.
Yeah, that's...
Gordon's there having a chat to the ref saying, how is that not a yellow? I don't know what Maddison's complaining about. It's pretty cynical.
Yeah. Well, the referee doesn't want to give bookings too early, clearly. But we got away with one there, big time.
All right. Yeah, they are talking about Bruno. Long ball forward, looking for Jacob Murphy. Heads it on to Isaac. I think he's offside, isn't he? Yeah, he is. Free kick to Spurs. Yeah, we are. Once Newcastle gets settled, we're struggling to really break them down. But I feel like when we win the ball quickly and we're getting the ball forward directly, they're struggling to contain us. But yeah, they're definitely quite compact in their rest defence, as managers call it now.
Oh, nice ball from Romero. But
Doggy, his touch, he kind of...
Destiny.
Was that a foul?
Madders!
Everybody says no. His shot.
Is too busy trying to, pirouette people and nutmeg people. Just keep the ball. Come on.
His Shah being closed down by Son. Good ball. And Anderson's got all sorts of space here. He's giving it to Barnes early. He's going to go direct against Porro. He goes on the inside, lays off to Anderson. Good tracking by Bentancur, wins the ball back. And now Basuma. And Tottenham coming forward quickly now. Maddison takes it past, but it's got to be a foul and a yellow card.
He can't give a yellow card. He can't give a yellow card because it's exactly the same.
He's lucky. Oh, Maddison,
because you didn't get one, Madders.
They're both yellows. He can't believe it, Madders, but they're both yellows. I think that's a definite yellow. So cynical.
Madders, go away. You literally just got away with
can't
one.
believe he's not been put
the
there.
referee's made a rod for his own back, and it's literally the same. Look at it. It's exactly the same.
It's a clear yellow card.
Right. Werner was in. Well, Gordon was in down the right-hand side.
That's what I'm saying. In that transition, we look very, very dangerous. But once they're rested, it's very, very difficult. But Dan Burn,
what you can
great
guarantee
tactical
is that
foul.
whatever foul there is next, the ref will book it.
Yeah, for sure. There should have been 2 bookings there. I don't know who this ref is. I don't recognise him. Must be a new ref. Here's Bentancur. Oh, good flick by Porro. His Son now gets his stuck under his boot.
So regularly can't control the ball to his feet like that.
Oh, and a slip by Porro. And now Cher's beaten 3 players there and wins a throw.
Sorry, I'm getting frustrated, but simple little things like being able to hold the ball with your back to goal.
Just got it stuck under his boot there.
Yeah.
Dubravka with a long ball forward. Actually a good ball there. And Jacob Murphy
He's going to be in again if they find him.
takes it down. His Kraft closed down by Werner. And Maddison poaches it off Longstaff. Is Timo Werner. Here's Maddison now. He's in the box. He goes on the inside.
Another attempted step over.
Gets tackled and loses
do it.
it.
Simple matters. Come on.
Here's Bruno.
Do you see what I mean, though? He's tried to pirouette. He's tried to nutmeg
Tries to
someone.
win a foul,
and
it
he's
looks
tried
like.
to do a double step over there. And in each case, if he'd just done it simple, we had a good opportunity to have men over.
He's trying to win a penalty, I think.
Come on, Madders.
Here's Murphy.
I think because he's not been in the best form, he's trying a bit, like he's snatching at things a bit. He's trying a bit hard. Where the easy thing is, if he was in better form, I think
just take a touch and pass it.
Yeah.
Here's Barnes on the left-hand side. Back to Byrne, who's going to go down the line looking for Isak. That's gone off, yeah. Thrown to Spurs.
But yeah, you're dead right. Every time we win the ball high up,
yeah, we're pouncing
really
on
dangerous.
them. Here's Bissouma. Bentancur. But now they're in that ability to just sit deep, and now it's tough. Here's Bentancur. Nearly got caught there by Bruno, but keeps the ball. Here's Romero.
Can I just say you look at a game like this as an example of how impressive it has been from Ange Postecoglou to change the entire mentality of the way we play football. Because last season, in this exact game, almost directly a year ago, we're sitting on the edge of our box. We conceded 5 goals. And I'm not even talking about the goals. It's that now Newcastle see us as a team they have to sit on their own 18-yard box against with 5 across the back line.
Exactly, and they have to adapt for us now in that sense, and I completely agree with you. Here's Bentancur to Brennan Johnson, who cuts inside, looking for a pass, goes backwards to Romero. Here's Van de Ven. Well, in terms of that City game I talked about, though, one thing I definitely noticed was in that second half, Newcastle tired badly. Oh, but as I say that, here's Newcastle coming on the transition. Gordon, is that a foul by Van de Ven?
Who's going to get the booking?
Van de Ven with the challenge, and referee says no booking yet. Well, he's waiting for his. It was Werner actually with the challenge. He lost to Murphy. Doggy lost out to Murphy again. Gordon comes flying past. Is that a foul by Werner? Well, I thought Van de Ven actually.
I thought one of them slid in on him, but
well, yeah,
fell over in the end.
Maybe it was a Timo foul, but again, no yellow. Gordon's must be fuming. He's been brought down a few times now.
Well, I think, the commentator's saying it was more of a coming together. I mean, Van de Ven did slide in, but he didn't actually make any contact with him. That's actually quite good refereeing, that. Or is he now going to book him?
Yeah, he is. He is going to book Van de Ven.
Who's he booking?
Van de Ven.
But he didn't contact him.
Finally, first booking of the game, Mickey Van de Ven.
That's not good news, to be honest.
He's not happy with it. He seems frustrated.
I think the ref is there, asked for help, maybe. Because what was he waiting for?
Took a beat, didn't he?
Yeah.
There actually hasn't been a shot on target yet in this game.
Well, there has, but Sonny stopped it.
Oh, yeah, good point.
Okay, another deep free kick. Let's see if we can actually win the first ball here. We very rarely do.
And swept in by Murphy. Someone's gone down off the ball. Brendan Johnson.
He's offside there. He's offside.
The doggy heads it away.
Offside. Oh, my God. They don't give the offsides now, and then you get a secondary attack.
His Longstaff, now Kraft, goes long to Dan Byrne, who's going to win that ahead of Porro. He takes it down on his chest. Back to Jacob Murphy. Cuts inside. Timo Werner. Into Isak. Keeps possession. His Longstaff.
And Destiny's out in right back.
Anderson.
Facing up Barnes. Is it Anderson, is it?
Anderson. Good block by a doggy. And it's going to be a throw, yeah. Oh, it's a back off Anderson. It's going to be a Spurs throw.
I don't know much about Anderson. Is he another one from their academy?
Yeah, he's a youth player. He's had a few appearances now this season.
Yeah, because Miley was doing well for them, but he's out injured, isn't he?
How old is he, Elliot Anderson? He is... he's 21 now. So he's not a teenager, but...
Son's done well there.
There's a foul on Son. That's his third foul. He's been picked up inside his own half.
He did better there, Sonny.
All right, here's Romero. So in terms of for opening half an hour or so. It's been quite even, I would say. There's been four shots each. Spurs probably with Werner having the better chances, you would argue.
Yeah.
But they look quite dangerous from their corners and transitions.
Yeah, getting in down the flanks a few times.
Would you think Hans should be happy with how this game is going at the moment?
I think he'll want us to be a little braver, if anything. A bit more tempo, but yeah. They're just explaining that the new sponsor on the shirt is for I think it's the Royal National Institute of the Deaf. It's for deaf.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Just a good opportunity to talk about our partnership today as well, I think. With
we are partnering with the Testicular Cancer Society. One sec, ball over top from Romero. Son's in the box. Oh, he can't get a touch on. He gets a feel of the ball there, Sonny, but maybe he needs to check the whole of the ball. You have to check your balls for lumps. Early detection is very, very crucial. So please make sure you are doing your checks. If you want more information, go check out the link in the description, testicularcancersociety.org. But it's a free kick to it's a free kick to Newcastle here.
So a real chance there for Sonny, a chip ball through to him, and I actually think he should have taken it on the volley first time and tried to get a shot off on goal, but he didn't. He tried to control it, and it went straight through to Dubravka, which is a shame because it was a lovely little chip ball over the top. Oh, hello.
Oh, yep. Bruno's giving it away. His Bentancur to Maddison. He's got Werner to his left. He goes the other side. He goes for Son in the box. He takes a touch away, and they get in each other's way. And he overcomplicated it there. Werner was there. Just go, Werner.
And that for me,
Gordon. Oh, Doggy. Oh, he's lost out to Gordon. It's not foul. Gordon's Isaac. Isaac on the left-hand side. He cuts inside Van der Ven. It's a great goal. 1-0 Newcastle.
It's not a great goal. It's a stupid goal.
It's a great goal from Isaac.
It's a good finish, but it all comes from the fact that on the other, we make a good opportunity.
Man!
We make a good opportunity going forward, but as ever, we're trying to score the perfect goal with tiny little passes. We lose the ball, and then Udoggy's got to be strong there. It's a 50-50 around the halfway line or just in front. He's got to be strong. Take your yellow card if you have to take your yellow card. But instead, he falls over, then Van der Ven falls over.
Udoggy will be very disappointed with that, and then Van der Ven slips. But Isaac does brilliantly, just composure in and around the area, cuts inside Van der Ven, and then clinically finishes it. But again, that transition, they hit us early.
Just a long ball.
Udoggy gets there, that touch. If that touch is more in front of him, he gets the ball, but he's onside, I think. Yeah, he's onside.
But Van der Ven could have stood there.
Cuts inside Van der Ven, great finish as well. Oh, Spurs sloppy defending. The Doggy will be disappointed there, out-muscled by Gordon.
Yeah.
Van der Ven will be disappointed as well. Got sold, a dummy there.
Has to know that he's going to come on his right foot there and just stand up.
It's a great finish.
8 yards out.
Oh, Van der Ven completely slips over, and it's 1-0 Newcastle. We are 1-0 down. It does have the feeling we are 1-0 down, but there are definitely going to be chances for us. So that came from a really good opportunity for Spurs there. So very, very disappointing, but this game is far from over.
I've talked about it a lot this season. Spurs...
Newcastle, what? They're in the box. Anthony God! What has happened?
Well, what happens every time?
What has happened?
Here at St James's Park. Exactly what I'm talking about.
Anthony Gordon makes it 2-0.
We didn't even get to see it.
I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened there. All the camera cut to it, and Gordon's cutting inside Van der Ven and making it 2-0.
Like I said, if they score a goal, you've just got to stick in it. Don't let them overpower you. Don't let them use the momentum of the crowd.
Now we're in big trouble. Van der Ven back to Vicario. Vicario goes long. Gordon is... Well, is he... Oh, Porro plays it back. A bad mistake from Porro.
What is Porro trying to do here then? What's he trying to do?
Oh, Porro wasn't looking, and he's giving it straight to Gordon. He cuts it back, and it's 2-0 out of nowhere.
It's just naive. It's like you've literally just scored.
Oh, Van der Ven again got sold.
You've literally just conceded a goal, and then you're trying to do a volleyed pass back when you haven't even looked who's there. This is what happens at St James's Park. You've got to be less naive.
Romero saying, come on, guys, you're losing your heads. Oh. And they've got, as I said, they've got those players in the forward line to trouble us on the transition. And we've just given them with the fact that we given them one goal there, and the first goal was a dangerous transition. Well, it's sloppy defending, really, isn't it? Both goals, really sloppy.
Terrible.
Doggy made a bad mistake for the first one. Porro, a bad mistake for the second one.
First one's just like from a hike up field.
Yeah.
Like, because we're trying to score the perfect goal, as ever. Showing
We're in this game and then
we're just
shoot ourselves in the foot.
We're showing our naivety today, big time. Our inability to handle these kind of things. Look. This could be anything at this point, I'm afraid.
If we can get a goal back before half time, this game is far from over.
I think that.
But at the moment, they're riding away with Newcastle. Yeah,
there's
it's a
every
foul.
chance they're going to score again any minute.
Yeah, I've never seen Van der Ven slip over twice like that. His damn Burn goes long, or he slips, and Udogie can intercept there. Is Timo Werner. Flicks it into Maddison. Now Udogie. Oh, come on, flick it over him. Good challenge there by Longstaff. Here's Basuma.
Told you, didn't I? Think of the Fulham game.
Yeah,
our
we
inability to deal with these situations.
Yeah, when it starts going against us, and all of a sudden we let one thing go. It was the same when the Fulham was quite an even game, and then we go behind, and all of a sudden we let it completely get away from us.
Oh, the ref's not given a foul there, and it was.
Oh, and here's Isaac. He's through on goal. Isaac Van der Ven comes across, and this time he does make the challenge. Oh, bloody hell, Van der Ven. Good challenge that time, but Isaac, so dangerous. Good ball there by Anderson, in behind. Oh, another transition. That's why Van der Ven mops up. We're all over the place at the moment. Corner to Newcastle.
Going to get absolutely dicked here.
Here's Gordon with the corner. Gordon to the back post, and a header from Dan Burn. Again, he's just winning it. Have we won one bloody corner?
No, this season we haven't won a first ball from a corner.
Honestly.
Except for, actually, the first half that Dragoshin played, he won a few.
Yeah. Vicario's going to play it short. Here's Romero.
I think arguably, when you've just conceded 2, this is not what you want to be doing. I think you've got to play a bit smarter for 5 minutes rather
Vicario
than
goes
kicking it
long.
across your 6-yard box. I'm
Loses
sorry, I know
it
Ange
to
doesn't
Kraft.
like that,
It's going to be a throw into Spurs. Come on, Udogie.
but the crowd are going to suck in another goal in a second.
We need to hit them back. We need to hit them with another punch. Show them we're still here.
Nobody's desperate to get on the ball. Look,
Come on.
Porro's giving him a half-hearted option there.
At the moment, they're pressing us man for man, and no one's showing for the ball. Vicario goes for Brennan. It's a poor ball. And now, oh, God. Here's Barnes into Isaac! Oh, what a challenge by Basuma. The Udogie, sorry, this time. Bloody hell. Oh, so close to 3-0.
We're being so
Making it
naive.
so easy for them. We're making it so easy.
Van der Ven dived in again.
Oh, great challenge this time from Udogie. So close to 3-0. If he gets a strike off there, that's 3. We've fallen apart here. We've completely fallen apart.
Another corner. Here we go. That's it. Big Dan Burn running in.
We've completely lost our way. Here's Gordon. Corner in, back post, and away this time from
Maddison. Up against
Another
Dan
corner.
Burn.
Why is Maddison marking Dan bloody Burn?
Oh, it wasn't Dan Burn, was it?
Or Shah even.
Got to try. I know this is mad, but we've got to try and keep it to 2-0 at half time. Got to try and keep it to 2-0 at half time. That's the best we can hope for at this stage. That's what it feels like anyway.
All right, Gordon with the corner. Eight minutes to go till the break. We've just completely fallen to pieces. Gordon's corner. Burn, that's a foul by Burn. Free kick to Spurs. Is there another double sub at half-time coming, do you think?
Absolutely. We need a bit more experience on there. I would have Højbjerg on now. Just the experience of, like, trying to deal with situations like this where the momentum's all against you. Porro doing that pass back was completely mental. Like, literally, you've just conceded a goal. The crowd are up. Think about it. It's, you know.
Vicario out wide. Here's Son, who's dropped deep again on the right-hand side. He cuts inside Burn, goes on a run. Oh, he's been fouled this time by Bruno.
Give him a booking.
Super chat here from Hung Diddley says, I think it's time to question Son's form. With his off form, no one is scoring our goals. Well, yeah, I mean, own goals being our best goal scorer recently, isn't it? Let's be honest. Here's Van de Ven to Romero. Come on. We've just given them something to hang on to. It's the worst thing. Romero.
There's absolutely zero chance we're not going to concede again. So it's not about them hanging on. It's just going to be when, you know, we try and do something too smart up front. They hike it long to their pacey front guys.
We can't keep him out. Here's Basuma. Can he turn? Bentancur. Romero.
The back five is looking like a smart move now.
Yep.
This is presumably what Villa wanted
Brennan
to do.
lost out, and Anderson comes away with it. He's got Barnes on his left. He's got Isaac in the centre. Here's Barnes. Isaac! He's in. Oh, Van de Ven's lost it. Isaac! Oh, great keeping for Vicario. Bloody hell! For God's sake, guys! Get a grip!
It's basically they're just playing... Oh, have we lost the ball already? Yeah, we've lost the ball already.
And in the box, Van de Ven with a...
Vicario had the ball in his hands, and then they're showing a replay, and you can see he's lost it straight away. Did he just throw it straight out to them?
RJ says, I think we have PTSD every time we go to St James's Park right now.
Just being completely naive. They need someone on the pitch just be like, let's keep the ball for the next 5 minutes, get into half-time, 2-0. You can score the next goal and you make the crowd worried. But instead, we're determined to give them a third before half-time.
Corner, Gordon. And Isaac's header! Wide this time.
Embarrassing.
We just lose every
Isaac's
bloody
not
header.
Even that big.
Every header we're losing in the box. It's ridiculous.
Deary me. It's embarrassing, honestly. I said it a few weeks ago, it's embarrassing, the way that we defend set pieces. Look, nobody really wants the ball. They're absolutely traumatised.
Here's Vicario. He's forced to go long, and he's just going to come straight back at us. Well, he's gone right down the pitch, and Bentancur... Well, Dubravka comes flying out, and Bentancur scores that foul. Brennan Johnson is an open goal. Doesn't go for it. He goes down the line, gets the ball in the box. Can Werner keep it alive? He can. Bentancur still there. Oh, Werner finds no one, and Anderson can get it clear. Here's Udogi.
Not sure why the ref hasn't given a high boot there, to be honest.
Here's Son. Basuma. Son. Maddison. Goes a shot, and it's a save by Dubravka.
That's the first shot I've seen Madders take in about 6 games.
First shot on target of the game for Spurs. Well, it was actually a good ball this time for Vicario. Bentancur giving a bit of trouble, causes panic, and he gets there. Ooh.
How's that not a high foot?
Does he get the ball there, Burn? Or...
He's kicked him
it's
in
a
the
foul.
shoulder.
Is that in the box?
If that's in the box, then that has to go back to VAR.
Is that not a penalty?
If that's in the box, they have to look at VAR for this.
Why is that not a penalty?
He's kicked him. Hold on, he's kicked him in the arm, and if that's in the box,
Bentancur gets there first. They're looking at it.
VAR'd. Surely.
Oh, was it outside the box? Was it?
Well,
maybe it landed inside the box.
Okay, all right. Oh, it's been checked and cleared. So it must be in the box if it's been checked and cleared. Well, you can't kick someone in the chest and
ridiculous.
The arm.
That was a net. Oh, that's a foul, man. We got.
Oh, McCoy doesn't think it's a clear and obvious error, but I'm not sure I'd agree with that.
Oh, given away by Van de Ven, and here's Gordon. Isaac back to Gordon. Good touch by Van de Ven, but it's fallen to Barnes. And Anderson's in the box, and Isaac. Oh, bloody hell, they're nearly in again. Basuma has to put it out for a corner. It's so easy every time. It's ridiculous.
But also, it's basically 3 against all of us. They're only using 3 or 4 of their players.
Yeah, it's mad. Corner to Newcastle.
I wonder what's going to happen at this corner. Brennan Johnson marking Dan Burn. What? It just looks embarrassing.
Gordon flicks
Not
on
the
by
first
Isaac, and it's wide.
It's just embarrassing. It's completely embarrassing.
Every time we lose it, every single time.
Oh my God. Here we go.
Oh, Vicario's forced long. Can Son keep it away from Shah? He can't, and it's over his head. Gordon's offside this time. Romero.
I'm back.
Back to Vicario. Now Brennan Johnson. Porro down the line to Bentancur. Good flick. Here's Porro. He's got space now. He's got Son running in behind. He goes for Son. Oh, it's just not too far enough in front of him. Bentancur gives it away.
He picked the hardest of all the balls there. He picked the hardest of the balls. And as a result, they're now on the attack.
Oh, good tackle by Porro.
He did excellently, but he picked the most difficult ball to play, and we had men running forward.
Play quickly. And Werner there and acres of space.
There's a lot of decision-making going wrong today so far, in my
Here's
opinion.
Porro. Oh, given away. Again,
Yeah,
Romero's
because
got
we've let
it.
Newcastle get up. You know, the fans are behind them. They're working really hard. We had it in the first 25 minutes. Just gave away stupid goals. Oh.
Free kick to Spurs. Son doesn't take it quickly.
Okay, 45 minutes gone.
Ball's rolling. Idiot Son. All right, how many minutes added on here?
Hopefully none.
2 minutes. Which is very little in terms of the new additional time regulations. Terrible, terrible first half in the end for Spurs. Now here's Romero with the free kick. Is there
Just
one more
keep the
chance
ball.
before the break?
Just keep the ball. Because we might try and make a chance and then get hit on the counter and be 3-0 down at half-time and the game's done.
Here's Timo Werner. James Maddison on the left-hand side. Good ball to Basuma. That's not a good touch though from Basuma, and he's giving it away. What is that touch, Eve? What are you doing? I don't understand. It's ridiculous. Johnson, get closer to him. Dan Burns pass. Come on, Van der Ven wins it back. Well done.
Well done.
Here's Basuma. Go on, you got space. Use it. Udogi. Timo Werner. Destiny. Here is Romero. Porro. Good ball to Son. He tries to flick it into Maddison. He can't quite do it. Barnes foul. Free kick.
I don't mind that. I don't mind that. Honestly, I just want to get in at 2-0 at this point. That pass back from Porro is scandalous, I'm afraid. I'm sorry to go on about it again, but absolute scandalous.
Yeah, just so after you've gone 1-0 down. Sean M says, Sim, relax. You predicted 4-2. I did. Still on.
I think that might be too high a line. What do you think?
Maybe a bit.
Well, you can't be offside in your own half, so all it takes is somebody to run
Romero's
over the
dropped
top.
back, and it's half-time. 2-0 to Newcastle at the break. Very even game, and then Tottenham just collapsed out of nowhere. Completely collapsed. One long ball to Destiny Udogi. He loses out to Gordon. He plays it through to Isaac, and that was 1-0. Then Porro plays a suicidal back pass to Anthony Gordon, who just was just absolutely took full advantage of the gift he was given. Look at that, 1-2 goals in 2 minutes.
Sound
For
familiar from last year?
Newcastle. Happens every time at St James's Park, and we are 2-0 down. Look, horrendous. We have a tendency, as much as we have a tendency to hit teams quickly with a barrage of goals, at home.
Yeah.
We also have a tendency to get hit quickly against us, and we're showing that again today.
Yeah, I think we've just shown our naivety a little bit. You know, we have got a young squad, not many kind of old heads in there. And it's pretty simple to say. You concede a goal at a place like St James's Park in a game where you've had most of the ball, you've made a couple of chances, you are getting in good positions, but you're making the wrong decisions. You concede a goal, you have to see it out for 5 or 10 minutes. You have to quieten the crowd down again. We'd actually quietened the crowd down in the first 10, 15 minutes. We'd done the hard work. Then you concede the goal, and you've got to be clever. And we weren't. We were naive. And Porro, like, yes, we get it. We get Ange ball. You know, we want to be on the front foot. We want to be playing football all the time. But that... playing a volleyed back pass into the air for your keeper, and it actually it bounces, 25 yards out or whatever, wherever it was picked up. It's just completely suicidal. It doesn't make any sense. It was naive. I just feel fortunate we've gone in at 2-0 down because we're still in the game. If we can get the next goal, you're still in the game, and it makes Newcastle nervous. We know they can concede goals. We know that they've not had a great season. They are on good form, but you did say, that we've given something for them to hang on to, and the fact that they're playing 5 at the back, pretty much flat back 5 when we got the ball, means that at 2-0, it's not going to be easy to break them down, and we're not really getting in behind them. We're just getting into some decent pockets in central midfield, and then around kind of 18 to 25 yards out. Maddison's had a shot, had a few opportunities, but Sonny's doing that thing where he's not getting on the ball enough, so he's coming incredibly deep. And he's not able to hold the ball up when he is in the 9 position, and it's not working for us. And actually, this is the kind of game I feel like we could do with Richarlison.
Yes, it's very, very frustrating. I feel like in this kind of game, we said it but pre-game, it was really important that come like the second half or come like the 60-minute mark, we're not completely out of the game, or we're not even 2-0 down, because if it's only 1-0 or we're level, they're going to start to tire. They've got a depleted squad. They don't have the options off the bench to really change it. So that would be a big advantage, but we've given them a 2-goal lead. We've given them exactly what they want. And what I'm fuming about is we've given it to them. They haven't had to work too hard for it, to be honest. And we've given them the initiative. 2 bad mistakes. Doggy has to be touching that more in front of him. He can't be allowing Gordon to win that. He just can't. And then Porro, a suicidal back pass. It's just so frustrating that we've given them this advantage where, even if we go in at 0-0, go into that last hour, that'll be a big advantage to us because of the dynamics of the squad and the options we have. And so frustrating.
This is the Premier League. This is why the top 3 in the Premier League are so far ahead of everybody else, because they don't make those mistakes, really.
Yeah.
Everyone else can beat everybody else in the Premier League this season because the mistakes are in their teams. But honestly, it's the naivety that upsets me, because they must, a lot of them were there last year. Mm-hmm. And you're right, we've given it to them. We've not made them, in fact, other than those goals, they have created good chances getting in down the sides, and obviously from every single corner, because of our inability to jump off the ground. And just looks embarrassing when you've got Brennan Johnson marking 6'7" Dan Burn. It's embarrassing to look at. I'm sorry, it is.
But how is it that, we've got our first choice back line, and we look so much more open than they do, and their defence is like dealing with our attack so much more easily than we are.
5 at the back, and we're playing 2 against 3. It is that.
But I also feel like, we had really good moments before they scored their first goal to, better decision making. Even just before, even literally 10 seconds before they scored their first goal, we had a really good opportunity to create a good chance. Bad decision making let us down. And then all of a sudden they're hitting us on the transition, and they're there scoring the goal. And I think better decision making in the final third, and we would have been in a very, very different position now. And now we've given ourselves all the work to do. Yeah, if we get the next goal, it's a different game, and considering that they will start to tire, and we do have options off the bench as well. So this game isn't over, but we didn't have to put ourselves in this kind of position. Even if we just held out to 1-0 before the break, it would put ourselves in a really strong position to win this game.
I thought the important thing for us today was not to go 2 goals behind. If we could have gone in at 1-0, fine. But to go in 2 goals behind, I think it's a real struggle from here. I do still think there's a chance if we can get the next goal, put them under some pressure, but playing that back 5, they know that we're going to struggle to get in behind them, and we score a lot of our goals from getting to the byline and cutting it back. We had that chance with Werner. Werner's getting a lot of stick in the comments, but it wasn't an easy chance. I think he went with the wrong foot. The header was easier. I personally think that's a header all day, and I didn't realise that there was something he was more unconfident about than his finishing with his feet, but it turns out it's finishing with his head.
If we look at the half-time stats, obviously it is 2-0, 1.8 XG for Newcastle, 0.55 for Spurs, so obviously creating a lot better chances. We've had the large amounts of possession, 67% possession for Spurs. But shots, 10 for Newcastle, 5 for Tottenham. Shots on target, they've scored both their shots on target, 2 for them, 1 for Tottenham. They've created 3 big chances. We've only created 1. I'm guessing that's Timo Werner with a big chance. Yeah, they've done a really good tactical job on us, Newcastle, and I think the game is pretty much working out to perfection, isn't it, for them? This is exactly how they panned out for it to go, isn't it?
It is, and I think this is what Aston Villa wanted to do against us, but we got that first goal and that made all the difference, and then they couldn't come back from it. But, Newcastle very happy with their 33% possession. We have looked good when we've managed to break it through the midfield and there's lots of space for us in the midfield, but the reality is, when all it takes is for our moves to break down. They just have to hoik it forward. No one's winning the first ball. Look how
just
simple
one
it is.
long
They're
forward,
yeah. It's just
to Gordon. But look, Doggy wins the ball here. He has to hit it to the left
he's
more. He
calling for
can't.
a foul there, and it's not a foul.
It's not a foul.
And then Van der Ven's too deep there, unfortunately. But he's
with
got to know that Isaac's going to go on his right.
But Doggy gets to the ball first. He can't, from that position, allow Gordon an opportunity to win it there. It's ridiculous.
Well,
ridiculous.
I think arguably Udogie should be in a position where you can win the header. Like, he's caught in front of his man. Why is he letting his man be 10 yards?
But he wins the ball here. He's got to hit it in front of him more. How can he allow that opportunity to present itself? And then for here, Romero, I think, I agree. Romero shouldn't be going to Gordon. Makes it too easy. Makes it way too easy to play Isaac in. And bam, to 1-0.
I think the problem with Van der Ven is he's so big that actually when he has to change direction quickly, he is going to slip a lot because there's so much kind of pressure going on that one foot.
Can't give Isaac an opportunity like that. Such a clinical finisher there. Made us pay. And then this guy, the second goal is just sort of a catalogue of errors. Johnson, what are you doing?
Just showing the Porro back pass, and then the same thing happens to Van der Ven. Simple. But what is Porro thinking here? Like, what is he thinking?
He just didn't look, playing a blind pass backwards.
But he must have known from the previous.
Unless he's trying to find Romero and just overhits it. Maybe he's just completely overhit it. Bonkers.
Yeah. It's a good finish, but expect him to finish.
Espen Anderson says, what's been our tactic since the Chelsea match? No high pressing, no sitting low, just hanging around. Can't really see a plan anymore. I mean, I think that's harsh.
I think we are pressing pretty high.
Yeah, I think we are pressing. I think there is a plan, just the plan's not working, I think is fair to say at the, today.
What about subs, Sim?
Yeah, subs.
I wonder if this is a Kulusevski game. He puts Johnson out to the left and Kulusevski to the right, just to hold on to the ball for a bit more. Yeah, do we go because they're sitting deep, do we try and really force the issue and go with a second number 10, like a Lo Celso Kulusevski in there? If we concede the third, I could see us getting done 5 again here. That's the problem. I feel like if you do it at 3-0, it's almost too late though. It's a difficult one. Yeah, I think maybe Kulu does Bentancur need to come off? I feel we're doing well in the centre, and then we just those transitions. I think Basuma is frustrating me though, isn't he? I think maybe put Bentancur in the 6. Didn't I say at the beginning of the game? Is like we need a 6 who is going to read the danger of the wide men being able to get in behind us when our fullbacks are caught up the pitch. And that's why I would have started with Højbjerg today, because he just reads that danger a bit more and he comes out and helps that little space and makes it a lot less easy for the opposition. But I said I wanted Højbjerg because I think Højbjerg is a bit more proactive in his defending. You know, he gets stuck in, he's a bit of he likes to press more in the centre and for those recoveries. I feel like Basuma is a bit too reactive, and we're seeing that again today, I think. Yeah. YouTube account says, those who want us to sign Werner, ask yourself one thing: do you trust him to score on one-on-ones or sitters when we need a goal? Well, the answer is no. But the thing with Werner is he continually gets into great positions. Yeah, and we don't have another player who's able to do that. I mean, even I'd say, you could play Son on the left, but obviously we haven't got Richarlison today. But Sonny actually doesn't get in at the back post as well as Werner does. No, what I realise is when we get to the byline, Sonny drops, and then the opposite winger gets into the back post. So it's like you get a choice. But I mean, even when Sonny plays on the left, Sonny's instinct is to go for a cutback. Whereas Ange really wants both of those forwards to come in at the back post, and for that to be how the goals are scored. I'm going to take my jumper off. I'm just going to go for a piss. I'll be back in a sec. There you go. All right, well, let's go through some more comments then. Christopher Chen says Basuma and Maddison really drop in standard. Ethan says never seen Ange in a rage that much. I didn't see him. Did he get in a rage? I didn't see that. He looked pretty calm from everything I saw, but maybe I missed something there. Obviously, guys, make sure you, if you haven't already, press like on the video, press subscribe to We Are Tottenham TV, and my handle is in the title too if you want to give the Spurred On podcast a little subscribe. Charles Preston says Basuma and Maddison off. Mike M saying we're starting to see why... Oh, sorry, it's getting so many comments from you guys, it's going too quickly to see, but I think it was why Conte didn't rate Basuma, basically. Thomas Keane, how can this team play European football when there is obviously no depth? Stephen Lynn, Biss shouldn't play for the rest of the season. So Basuma seems to be getting quite a lot of abuse here. I mean, like I said during the watch-along, he just loses his concentration too easily. But I would like to see a 6 on the pitch who is more able to sweep up some danger and spot the danger. But Kai Hardy, Barnaby is clueless, Timo is useless, why do you defend him? He's a Chelsea reject, blah, blah, blah.
Well,
I'm not defending him. I literally said, would I trust him to score 1-on-1? No. But do I think he gets in good positions? Yes. Like Ange Postecoglou does.
I'm starting to think we're the problem, Barnaby, because I think we did the Everton away watch along. That wasn't a great performance or result. We did the Fulham away one recently, and now we're doing today. It's not being a great... we're not in great form, I think, as a
Yeah, I mean, it's clear that you're
duo.
the problem, I think, is it?
I think maybe I'm the problem. I think I should stop doing watch alongs. They need me in the stadium, I think. All right, so we'll be back for the second half in just a minute. Just a reminder, this watch-along is sponsored by the Testicular Cancer Society. It is absolutely crucial that you go and get your balls checked and check for lumps. And early diagnosis is so crucial to stopping it. If you want more information, go and check out www.testicularcancersociety.org for more information. Link is in the description below. We are 1 minute away, I believe, from the second half. Did they say there's going to be any half-time subs or anything?
There have been some comments about it, but I'm not sure if anything's definitely
Let's
happening.
see if anything on Twitter is...
Just in terms of the testicular cancer stuff, guys, do not be... Like, if you have any doubts, if you're checking yourself and you have any doubts whatsoever, just book an appointment with your doctor. Don't be afraid. Don't leave it. Don't take a risk on it. Don't think it's just going to go away. It's very important. As Sim said, early diagnosis is your best chance. And just check while you're in the shower. Just make it part of your routine. It's a pretty simple thing to do. I know it's a scary thought, but trust me, the best thing to do is to check. And if you're in any doubt, just be sure and book an appointment with your GP.
All right, second half is moments away. Another super chat from Yogi Bear says, time for Ange to do his magic in the dressing room. Well, we are second half Spurs, aren't we? So that's something to hold on to, I guess. Oh, is that Højbjerg ready to come on? No, he's not. He's got a shirt over his shoulder. It doesn't look like he's just coming on just yet.
St James's Park is a fortress almost like unlike anywhere else. There's something about the atmosphere that they can create that makes it so hard for teams to go up there and get results.
Yeah, and as you say, you said before the game, even with their depleted team, I'll take a point in this game, and
definitely
you can see that now. That's for sure. It's just disappointing with the games we've got coming up. This is a really big opportunity, to get some points on the board, but doesn't look like it's going to be happening at the moment, unless something dramatic happens in the second half, but that could happen. Have we come back from 2 goals down yet this season?
I'm not sure. ZZ Grom says, or ZZ Grom says, Kulu at number 9, Son out left instead of Werner, Højbjerg for Basuma, and Dragoshin for Porro. Lots of people have talked all season about Dragoshin playing at fullback. I've never seen it.
No, I'm not sure about that.
I don't know if there's any evidence to suggest that.
Kulu 9 is something we suggested a few days ago. We were doing a panel show and we were thinking of could Kulu be a number 9?
Right.
He does have the strength, doesn't he? And maybe potentially the hold-up play, and he does have a good left. Oh, he is coming on. I think Højbjerg is coming on. I've seen him stripped off. So I'm guessing for Basuma.
I hope so. 45 minutes too late, in my opinion. But
is it the kit? Maybe the kit's the problem.
Yeah, I saw some comments about wore this kit at Fulham, wore this kit.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, and we were absolutely terrible on that day.
Well, at least these kits only last a year now.
All right. So I'm guessing it's Højbjerg. Or is it? Oh, is he not?
I can't see anything.
I saw him getting. Maybe he's just getting his training top off. I don't know. I saw him definitely taking something off, so I thought he was coming on, but maybe not. Maybe not yet. Maybe it's a view of him coming on the hour mark or something. No changes. All right. Højbjerg's not coming on just yet. We are back underway for the second half. Newcastle now kicking from left to right, and they've gone early to Jacob Murphy. Destiny Doggy coming over to him and wins the throw.
Very direct today, Newcastle.
Yeah, and it's worked. Simple but effective. Here's Bentancur. Can he flick it in? Oh, does actually a good nutmeg there. And it's a foul. Free kick.
He won a foul there. It wasn't really a foul, but I thought there was maybe a foul a touch earlier. So
he could have played a bit early there, Bentancur, I thought. So no subs. Considering we were falling apart in that latter part of the second half, or first half, I thought maybe he felt a sub was in order. Maybe he feels like... we're playing it around the back, and we're playing it dangerously, but we played our way out of trouble. Is Brennan tries to flick away from Dan Burn. It's going to be a throw.
That should be a yellow card for Dan Burn there. He's blocked. It's off the pitch, and he's blocked Johnson from going to get the ball. That's the equivalent of kicking the ball away, but the ref's a bit of a pussy, to be honest.
Here's Romero to Madders. Turns away from Longstaff. Here's Son.
See what I mean? Gets stuck under his feet.
They're getting pressed by Shah, and now Madders. Can he flick it into Son?
Terrible
His touch isn't good enough.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah, it's Bentancur, sorry, not Madders. Oh, is it given away? Basuma stronger, man.
Oh,
that's too strong.
Look, he might get sent off for that.
That's too strong.
Ends up being high.
Oh.
I think he knows he's in trouble here, Basuma. Let's have a look here, because I'm worried about
the yellow card here from Basuma.
I'm worried about this.
Puts a challenge in. No, it's not. Not a red.
Okay, that's good.
It's not a great challenge, but it's a yellow card for Basuma.
But it's a chance that comes from frustration, because you rightly said he didn't go hard enough into the 50-50 before.
And loses it.
He's just a bit laissez-faire, you know?
Yeah, I know what you mean. Come on, man. All right.
Free kick, 5 yards inside the Newcastle half. They're going to play a big old diag, I predict. Onto Longstaff or Dan Burns' head or Shah.
Shah, aim for Shah, and he wins it. And here's Isaac at the back post. Bloody hell. It's wide. It's a corner. Deflected wide.
The way we defend set pieces is embarrassing. It is embarrassing.
There's a chance from every single one. Doesn't matter where the set piece is. There's a chance from every single one.
It's as if they don't... Do they not analyse these games? Do they not analyse these games?
Nice block from Porro. Oh, God, is he overstretched? Oh, God, is he going to get a hamstring?
Well, you might get your Dragoshin.
He had to stretch there for that. Porro,
I guess it would be Emerson Royal, would it?
Yeah, he's feeling his hamstring. Oh, he's hit the ground. He's done. Fuck's sake. Yeah, Porro's day's done.
Well, he's better in the air. It might help us from set pieces, to be honest.
Maybe. Yeah, we'll see.
He did put out a nice...
I know, but I'm worried about... He's going to be out for a few weeks now, isn't he?
He put out a nice compilation from his back garden where he's nutmegging his mates this week, Emerson Royal.
So, well, at least there's a 2-week break after this, so maybe he'll be back after, but doesn't look good for him.
Emerson Royal comes on for Pedro Porro.
All right. That's our first sub, enforced.
All I can hope is that maybe he's felt something, but he's also a bit like, I'm not devastated to get off this pitch.
Let's hope he's back for the Arsenal game. It would be next.
Here comes a corner.
In, Bentancur clears.
If we play like this against Arsenal, we will get absolutely massive.
Here's Murphy. Oh, he's given away to Maddison. Now Spurs.
Today. Just embarrassing, guys. Gonna get done 5 here today.
It's absolutely terrible. Van der Ven's got to be dropping there, man. He has to be dropping, looking at the danger. We've completely been sliced open. Sliced open.
We've been embarrassing today. I've said it about 100 times. Isak's going to get a hat-trick. Going to do us 5. Because we can't even defend a long ball.
One long ball, man.
How bad bad is Heung-min Son? Like, so bad today. I've never seen him control the ball so badly.
It's ridiculous.
Embarrassing.
And this is a game over now.
You've got to bring on Højbjerg, mate. If we get done 6 or 7.
Van der Ven with the header. His Bentancur.
You mentioned the Brighton game earlier. It's exactly like the Brighton game, except different. They were kind of outplaying us on the ground. They're just, all 3 goals have been long balls.
Good challenge, Emerson, down the line. Son challenging. Dan Burn gets there first. And now Dubravka being to Shah. Here's Madders.
Oh.
The doggy wins the ball. Van der Ven. Basuma. Now Romero. Oh.
So the commentators are talking about how they think all 3 goals are down to Van der Ven, but I disagree. I think the goals are down to the players' inability to control the ball up the pitch and then just losing the ball and allowing just a hike forward every time.
Oh, Vicario! He's giving it away. Here's Bruno Guimaraes.
Honestly, we are so shit today. We are just horrible.
Barnes, cross in. Is that a handball against Emerson? Referee says no. It's going to be a corner, though.
Void 604 says it's 10:40 here from Australia. Great time to watch a game, but this game makes me sick again. I'm going to Melbourne for a friendly, paying 490 Australian dollars. If I watch a game like this, I will vomit. I'm afraid there's still 35 minutes, 40 minutes to go in this game. This could be absolutely anything.
Bloody Luton came here and scored 4 goals, and we're fucking toothless.
Yeah, well, because of the respect that Newcastle have shown us, we've played straight into their hands and just defended like absolute amateurs.
Here's a corner. Headed away. Kraft.
Anyone?
Headed on. Is that a penalty? Referee says no. Dogi was bundled over. Referee says play on. His Madders. That's a foul, surely, by Gordon. Yeah, free kick.
Ah, Højbjerg.
Højbjerg and Sarr and Kulusevski. Triple sub.
Bit late, mate. A bit late. Should have done that at half time. Should have started with Højbjerg. Naive, I'm afraid. I mean, to a man, including the manager, it's been poor today.
Oh my God, Vicario being pressed by Isaac. Oh. Romero's giving it away to Guimaraes. A foul that time.
Maybe a yellow card
by Romero.
They can't handle the atmosphere of this stadium. They cannot handle it. They've let the fans get in it, and they cannot handle it. They're bottling it. I'm sorry. It's poor. It's really, really embarrassingly poor today. Son can't be a leader on the pitch because he's making mistakes himself that have led to goals.
So I'm guessing Basuma, Bentancur, and
Werner, I hope.
maybe Madders. Maybe we'll take Madders off.
This is going to be another good chance from a free kick for Newcastle.
Gordon with a free kick, and Isaac flick. Oh my God, so close to 4. It's ridiculous.
Just in case you're not watching, from that free kick, 2 Newcastle players had 5 yards of freedom around them.
It would have been off. It would have been offside. Oh, I nearly went all the way in though without his touch.
Lucky it would have been offside because frankly nobody marked any of them.
There he is, Timo. No, is it Timo going off?
Basuma's off.
Yeah, Bentancur and Is Timo going off?
I think Bentancur's been all right.
It's
Son. Good decision. Good decision. No, it's not a surprise, Ali McCoy. It's not. He's been horrible.
I think that's a bit of a statement, isn't it?
Yeah.
Bit of a statement from Ange Postecoglou. Not good enough from Son today.
If you can't do the basics, he's
so
a
what?
brilliant player. He's a legend
9?
of the club. But if you cannot do the basics of holding the ball up and it results in them scoring 2 goals, it's
Decky number 9 then? No, he's saying, what's he saying? I'm
Johnson going down the middle, force 9.
Johnson. I would try Decky in the number 9. I think he's better at holding it up. Well, Sonny
How many times
pulled off before the hour
have
mark.
we been dicked at this ground?
Yeah, too many times. Here's Brennan. Here's Maddison. Van der Ven. Vicario, Højbjerg. We're playing it around our own box. Van der Ven. Nice flick by Werner. Can Johnson get there? He can't. Oh my God! Their clearance nearly goes to Gordon. Ridiculous.
Oh my goodness me.
How are their clearances getting them one-on-one bloody chances? Looks like. Where's Decky playing? So I'm guessing it's.
I'm just watching Emerson Royal coming at centre mid for the ball off Vicario.
Terrible. Decky's gone on the right. Yeah, makes sense. Romero. Sarr. Looking for Decky. Wins a throw. We can't get anything, man. We can't get a single bloody thing.
Drop kick. Thank you for this super chat. Let me just read it because it says me in it.
Yes.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Drop kick teacher says, I disagree, Barnaby. The players are mentally weak no matter where the game is played. We go down and the wheels completely fall off.
Well, we go down a lot at home and come back, but it seems like away from home is a bit different, isn't it? Here's Højbjerg.
Look at that. Eddie Howe has just gone in the changing room this week and just said, just play it long. Just play it long, boys.
And
it works.
It worked to perfection.
It's so simple.
Here's Vicario. Destiny Udogi. Turns. Can he turn away from Murphy? Here is Maddison. Here's now Højbjerg.
Little super chat there said, God, I'm really bad at PCs, sorry.
Oh my God, just getting caught every fucking time. Emerson, he's about to get caught. Oh, it's a foul, bloody hell. Here's Sarr. Oh my God.
And then they kicked it away again. Look, it's just... But the thing that the commentators aren't... Well, they're talking about how well Newcastle are pressing stuff. It's because we've allowed their fans to get up for this game, so they've got all the energy and all the momentum. Because we were naive and stupid.
Oh, Brennan. Come on. Give it.
Give. Oh, what
are you doing? Brennan! For God's sake.
Selfish.
What are you doing? You're 2 options there. Fuck's sake. Great touch, I get. Does really well, but I feel like he felt he earned that chance, so he had to take it. But he has to bloody be playing someone in.
I think there's a super chat there, mate, but I can't. My PCs. Yeah, just
Spurs Kings TV just says, Sim out, Marlon in. Well, given my record at the last few games, wouldn't be against it. ED233 says 3 more goals to replicate the 6-1. Well, it'll be 6-0 if it's 3 more goals. Oh, Madders!
Well, you can't. That's exactly the same as he didn't give a foul for in the first half.
Yep.
What's the difference?
No difference.
This is frustration for Madders.
Yeah. Oh, it's a bad one, you know. Well. It's a bad one.
It is the studs. Now, here's a question for you. Why, if that hits his knee, is that a red card? But because it's higher than his knee, it's a yellow card.
Not deemed as dangerous. I don't know. Eugene Park says, could easily be 0-0 still. Van der Ven didn't make those mistakes he normally doesn't make. I disagree. Van der Ven is hurrying around trying to fix other people's mistakes, so he obviously slips. Are they looking for this?
Maddison's got the captain's armband on now, and he's just absolutely scythed someone. Oh, another long ball. Look how easy it is.
Long ball, and they're bloody in again.
Just embarrassing, honestly.
Who's Harvey Barnes? Into the box. Anderson cuts inside. Saar. Anderson! Oh my God.
Good save from Vicario at the near post.
It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. Vicario shaking his head about how easy this is.
Important save in the end. It's going in. Oh, it's going wide maybe.
Would have gone wide, but...
Another corner.
The ball wasn't on the cone, so the referee had to bloody stop play. Ridiculous.
Well, I'll tell you what we're terrible at this season. The games before 2-week breaks.
Yep, absolutely
every
right.
time.
Gordon with a corner. Header! Oh my... Fuck.
It was a free header, then there was a free one at the back post, and in the end we kick it off for another corner. Honestly, today's just laughable.
Oh, Maddison forced it away.
Ali McCoy has just said the most obvious thing is that they look really uncomfortable.
Look at that, 14 corners to 1.
Corners.
It's ridiculous, man, ridiculous.
Why don't we ever jump on it? Well, Brennan Johnson marking Dan Burn again. That's
Of course, yeah, great stuff. Gordon crosses it, away by Van der Ven this time. We actually got to one.
Yeah, it was a poor corner, wasn't it?
Here's Gordon. Oh, it's a bad pass, and Van der Ven comes away with it. He's looking to start a counter, but he's giving it straight to Murphy. And now Anderson.
Don't give away a pen.
Gordon's cross is a poor ball. It's going to be a goal kick.
63 minutes gone. 3-0.
Today has been an absolute shambles. Oh.
I think with that one, so they've just shown the third goal. I think with that one, it's almost like Van der Ven doesn't slide in, maybe because he's been booked, but also he thinks, is he going to pull it back onto his right again and like maybe slip over? I don't know.
Here's Højbjerg. Nice 1-2 with Destiny. Now Madders. Out wide to Timo Werner on the left-hand side.
For a long time.
Werner goes on the outside of Kraft, gets the ball in, away. Maddison on the edge of the box, looks to shape to shoot, decides against it. It's fallen to Emerson Royale. Here's now Papsar, does a pirouette, nearly gives it away, but he retains the ball. Here's Højbjerg, Maddison. Good ball, Kulusevski, his shot. We won a corner, yay! Finally.
Second corner. 65th minute. Short
Maddison
again.
takes it short. Brennan.
I thought he was going to drive into that gap there, Brennan.
Plays it back to Emerson. Now Højbjerg is going to line one up, is he? No, he dinks it to the back. Oh, fuck's sake, Højbjerg.
Just kicked it out on the full.
Near, absolutely not close to anyone.
Oh, dear, oh dear, oh dear. Isak's 2 goals so far, and I think he'll score at least one more, take him into 3rd in the Premier League top scorers list this season. 17 goals.
What a player.
What did they pay for him in the end?
70 million, I think. Worth every penny. Goal kick. Are you going to play long? Dubravka.
Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you with us? Can't win a ball in the air.
No way. Go away, ref.
This might be the biggest. That might be the biggest difference between the Premier League, the Scottish League, and the Japanese League and the Australian League is the physicality and how important it is to be able to win headers as well. Because we are terrible at it.
Oh, good ball, Timo. Oh, come on. Brennan. Trying to force things now, and obviously you have to try and force things at 3-0 down, and it's not leading to pretty stuff.
Oh, we've actually just made bad decisions on the ball all game. It's not new.
Timo, nice ball to Højbjerg. Nice play to a doggy. Progressing up the ball quickly now. Madders looking for options. Goes out wide to Kulusevski. It's a nice ball. Kulusevski's on the right-hand side. Down the line to Emerson. He's onside, is he? Kulusevski to Sarr, to Madders, back inside.
We just give teams
a chance to
get
regroup.
back in their shape very easily.
Højbjerg back to Maddison. Good ball to Kulusevski on the edge of the area, looking for a shot. Nothing.
That's a good spot for Kulusevski there.
Here's Werner. Looking for an option. He goes on the outside. Is that a foul? Oh, he's pulled his shirt and he goes out for a goal kick. How have we given this bloody team a 3-0 lead, man? We've been so shit. Feels like 1-0 going into this stage. You're thinking, there's a chance for us here, but because you can see them getting tired. So how are we giving them a bloody 3-goal advantage? Ridiculous.
We don't deserve anything more.
Oh, it's Liam Gallagher. It's not him, but it's a fan who looks a lot like him.
Newcastle have gone full crazy gang today, and it's worked for them. Good for them.
Højbjerg gets it down on the ground, but poor ball. Now down.
He just whacked it there because the last time he tried to play a caressed ball through and kicked it straight out.
Emerson, bloody hell, what are you doing? He's giving a bad ball to Vicario. Vicario deals with it, gives it back to Emerson. Now Romero. Van de Ven.
Spurs are spooked, big time. They're spooked. Not comfortable at all out there.
Højbjerg. Oh, Højbjerg's giving it away, but Romero. Another poor pass. Can Udogie win it? He can.
It's genuinely hard to see which players are playing for which team.
Oh, nice play. Johnson looking for Udogie. He's strong goal here. Udogie, can he get there? Play across to Kulu.
He hasn't looked up.
God's sake, gives it to Werner. Now Maddison, bad touch, and away. Here's Højbjerg.
You're right, though. But Decky was in at the back stick there.
Madders goes for goal.
Why not? I don't mind him having a shot there.
Wow, we've actually dropped out the top 4 because of our goal difference today. Villa do go to Arsenal on Sunday, but
why didn't they show a replay, as far as I could see at half-time, of the time our player was kicked in the penalty box in the armpit?
For me, that was a clear penalty. Well, I have to look again if it was inside the box, but
I don't know why they didn't show it.
Because maybe it wasn't.
Just in the last 5 minutes, Spurs have started getting on the ball a little bit.
Here's Kulu. Can he turn? He does. He does really well.
Strength.
Turns away from Bruno. He's got Sarr in support. He's got Werner at the back post. He flicks it in. Oh, back to Madders, who needs time on the ball. He goes for the back post. He's got Kulu here.
Why not, Decky?
Oh, his shot's blocked. Now Emerson, Højbjerg.
Get out of his way, Emerson. Decky's been good since he's come
Here's
on.
Decky. Emerson. He doesn't know what to do, does he, Emerson? Here's Højbjerg. Back to Emerson. Now I'm looking for Madders. Yeah, they're making it very hard to break him down, Newcastle now. Here's Werner. Emerson.
I thought he was going to line one up for a second there.
Yeah, the only way we have is a bloody long-range effort at the moment. Oh, Emerson, you're so shit. Get up. Stop feeling sorry for yourself. Yeah, I thought it probably could have been a foul, to be honest, but referee didn't think so.
Yeah, Ali McCoy has just said it exactly as it is. It's a very basic style from Newcastle. Back 5, 4 right in front of them, and then Isak, and then as soon as you lose the ball, we'll just whack it up front to our quick blokes. So true. 70 minutes gone. Deary me.
Oh, Emerson, win that, don't you? Oh, for God's sake.
Please don't be injured, Romero. Please don't be injured. What's happened here? Romero's kicked him.
I don't know what, he's fallen on his...
Landed on his foot, maybe.
"19 minutes to go here.
Newcastle going to 6th.
Bruno Guimaraes with the free kick to head it away.
Header. Oh,
Anderson well over the bar.
it's been very comfortable for Newcastle today.
Yeah. So easy for them. So easy.
Oh, Cat.
Sarr all giving it to Romero. See, no one wants to bloody... Where's Emerson? Kulusevski keeps it really well, actually. Here is Sarr. Van der Ven goes on the outside, uses pace, but Gordon tracks him well.
Yeah, good stuff from Gordon there.
Now Sarr.
Absolute misery. Weekend ruiner, fortnight ruiner.
Yeah. Udogi to Maddison. Nice ball to Brennan. Can he keep it?
Again,
See, put Kulusevski up front, man. He can hold the ball in those situations.
Times.
Have they had a booking yet?
Don't think so. Don't know.
Here's Romero to Højbjerg. Sarr, can he turn, man? Emerson to Kulusevski.
Newcastle don't mind us
No,
kicking the
just
ball
doing
around here at all day.
No, because they knew they were going to
And
do
this
that.
happens. Got away with one.
Oh. And here we go. He's Gordon in behind. Van der Ven's getting there. And this time he gets there ahead of Gordon. Here's Højbjerg. Madison, nice turn. That's got to be a yellow. Come on.
Card.
Well, Madison, lovely ball in behind. Can Werner get there? Oh, so
That
close.
should be a yellow card still.
Surely. Ref. The doggy turns over from
Nice.
Gordon well. Here's Højbjerg in the centre to Sarr. Back to Højbjerg. Maddison now. Nice ball to Johnson. Into Emerson. He didn't want to shoot. He gives off to Kulusevski. He's got no options and we're forced backwards. Here's Udogi to Werner. Højbjerg. Oh, tries to punch it through the eye. The needle couldn't quite do it.
Look
And
how
now
easy that was. They're in at the back.
they're in. His Barnes. Oh, good play by Romero, but the right ball, he was in one-on-one. Here's
Newcastle
Romero.
don't even push that many players forward, so even when we then win it back, Romero's come forward. We're still completely out.
Oh, Brennan goes for a run here.
Good stuff from Brennan.
Oh, forced backwards again. Here's Romero. Sarr. Here's Maddison. Werner. Oh my God. Oh, he's placed it to Højbjerg. I don't think that was
not?
intentional. Højbjerg shot deflection, and it's not going to go out for a corner, is it? No.
Well, maybe it did in the end, to be honest.
Super Coach says, I'm not sure I like spending that much on Gallagher. As an Aussie, I love Ange, but we can't just be beaten by long kicks every week.
Yeah, well, actually, I don't think many teams have done this to us. This is a pretty new one, just hoiking it every time, but it really works.
I think Brighton did similar, to be fair.
Really?
When
I thought Brighton just got it was.
Oh, good ball from
Madders.
Madders.
I see all the time, but maybe yeah.
Here's Sarr. Højbjerg's demanding players move around. Here's Udogi. Højbjerg. Werner. Show a bit of fight. Come on, Tom. Keep going till the end. Højbjerg.
No.
Can't Emerson win that? He's in the box. Emerson across the face, and Burn is away.
Did well there, Emerson.
Kulu. Throw.
15 minutes to go. Thank goodness, only 15 minutes to go.
God's sake. Now they're bringing on their real fullbacks.
Don't forget, guys, there's a instant post-match reaction after this, and then a fan call-in show where you can call in and slag Spurs off.
I'm sure a lot of you will be doing that. All right, Jacob Murphy's going off. And Timo Livramento. Jory says, terrible tactics, executed horribly, and looks like a naive novice throwing hard, earning gains away needlessly. Barnaby, you owe me money. Big up, boys. Do you owe money?
Yeah, probably, because I suggested put half-time, full-time on.
Ah, yes. All right, here is Sarr. Højbjerg. Emerson. Back to Højbjerg, and now Sarr. We've got no ideas. Absolutely lost. Nice play from Sarr to Højbjerg. Better play though. Here's Madders. He's looking for the run.
Away from the,
it's Kulusevski. Back to Emerson. Now Kulu looking for Sarr in space. He just lays the pass, gives it to Van der Ven instead. Højbjerg to Werner. Cuts inside. Looking for an option. Oh, God.
Oh, and now Newcastle on the transition.
Gives it away. And now Bruno Guimaraes. Livramento's onside here. He's on the right side in space. Isaac's in there. Oh, it was a good ball as well.
From Livramento. Isak's got it at the back now. We're going to make a chance here, I would have thought.
Anderson. Bruno Guimaraes. And now Newcastle's turn to put it on us a bit. Here's Livramento. Approaching the last 10 minutes here. They're in, and it's a corner to Newcastle.
I'm so glad that we're playing a post-season friendly against Newcastle.
Yeah, can't wait.
Australia. Like, what is in there in it for the players that day? Like, why wouldn't they just jog around? I don't. Do you know what I mean?
Lo Celso's coming on, I'm guessing for Madders.
Another corner.
Oh my God, Kraft has just hit the post from the edge of the area. Bloody hell.
So the ball came in, it was a terrible corner, and Emerson Royal has done an equally terrible clearance with his head straight back into the danger zone, and Kraft has hit it into the ground. Yeah, Ali McCoy's calling it a terrible header as well. Just embarrassing. Again, more embarrassment. They're taking Maddison off, and the Newcastle fans are loving it.
Yeah, because he rejected them in the summer. A day to forget for Tottenham. He's probably been our best player, Maddison, I would say.
I mean, it's a low bar, mate.
It's a very low bar.
Why are they calling him a greedy bastard? Like, he would have earned a lot more money at Newcastle. That doesn't make any sense.
They've got to believe he's earning. He came for the money. Otherwise,
What?
they have to admit that we're a bigger club. I guess I don't know.
Like, you would have earned way more money at Newcastle.
Højbjerg, the long ball forwards, decent. Can Kulu get there? Oh, it's good defending in the end.
That's the strength that we could have done with defending some of those long balls that we had against us.
Lo Celso. Here's Sarr. Lo Celso. Emerson. Back to Lo Celso. Here's Højbjerg. Gio's looking to try and, create something. Dark Shadow says 3 goals in 10 minutes. Watch. I hope you're right.
I don't think they're talking about Van de Ven being at fault for all 3 goals. I don't agree with that at all. Like he slipped over one for sure. Like he should have shown him down the line, but he's the last link of that chain. Like
yeah, agreed.
Udogie was definitely the main culprit for the first goal.
And Porro was the main culprit for the second one.
The second goal. And the third one.
Yeah, look, it's one long ball, but I mean Van de Ven could have dropped.
He's told to be in that position, isn't he? You know, it's like I don't know. I just think it's a bit. Obvious.
Kulu does well to get it to Emerson. Højbjerg to Lo Celso. Now Emerson. We've just got no ideas. Sarr. Can he turn? He can. Here's Emerson. And he wins a corner. Lo Celso to take. Can we get a consolation, at least? Nope, it's a terrible corner.
We're a long way away, I have to say. We're a long way away from being able to deal with these kind of games.
Here's Højbjerg. Emerson. Lo Celso. To Kulusevski. Now Emerson. Back to Van de Ven. Udogie to Højbjerg. Can he turn? Sarr. Brennan Johnson. We're just playing it around. We've just got no clue. Emerson flicks in. Werner's well offside. Oh my God, he can't even control it, man.
See how afraid he was to even take it first time?
Yeah. Could have
Actually, he could have
left it for Brennan.
Smart, he could have left it for Brennan, yeah.
Just over 5 minutes to go in this one. Oh, nice play from Sarr, but can't find a teammate.
Sarr played really well against Villa, didn't he?
Oh, for fuck's sake.
He played really well against Villa. I wonder if, seeing as Newcastle have set up exactly the same way Villa did, I wonder if actually he would have enjoyed the spaces we had in midfield today. But it's easy to say.
Played right into their hands, didn't we? Right into their hands.
Newcastle have only had 107 completed passes.
It's ridiculous.
It's just clever
And
tactics.
Barnes into Gordon. Oh my God, good block. Ridiculous.
It's a good block in the end from Van de Ven. Hey, 5 minutes. Let's just get the hell out of there. Gio Lo Celso now marking Alexander Isak from the corner, just trying to wrap his arms around him. What was it? Was it 1-0 when that penalty VAR thing happened?
It was 2-0, I believe. It was just before half time.
2-0.
Gordon's corner. And it's for Fabian. That's been coming all day, to be honest. That has absolutely been coming all day.
It's just laughable.
We are just horrendous at defending corners. Horrendous.
Nobody jumps.
It's been coming. That goal's been. How many chances from corners they had today?
They're told not to jump. I swear it. They must be. If you look at Gio Lo Celso, so he's marking Alexander Isak, and he's just told to just push him and follow him and not jump.
Absolutely pathetic.
And in the end, it's Fabian Schär. I don't know. He just comes in from a completely nobody's anywhere near him. Look.
Oh.
It's actually Van der Ven who loses him, is it? Or
Is it Kulusevski, I think. Yeah, Kulu's there.
But why would you ever have Kulu anywhere near a player like that?
Just doesn't even go for it. Oh, it's ridiculous. Free header. He's chasing him, and then doesn't challenge it. That goal's been coming from the corner. Shambles. Absolute shambles.
And next up, Arsenal, who are the best in the league at scoring goals from set pieces. Don't come out, Ange, and say, I'm not going to get a set-piece coach, and just be embarrassing for an entire season. It makes you look like a mug, mate. It makes you look like an old-fashioned mug. Four 0.
Yeah, and Spurs fans leaving early now.
Told you we were going to get done 5, and we still might. Big lessons need to be learnt from today, but I can't see how they're going to be when the.
This happened at Fulham, didn't it? This happened at Fulham.
Happened at Fulham, happened at Brighton.
And we didn't learn those lessons. Yeah, give it straight away. Go on, make it 5, you bastard.
It's happened again.
Yeah, they're taking the piss now. Højbjerg. Nice ball to Doggy. Can he turn? Here's Brennan Johnson's gone to the left now. And here's Sarr. Ball in the box and away. Nicholas Walker says, this is just one of those days. Everything has been awful. We learn, we move. In Ange, we trust. We're going to have to chalk it down to one of those days, but our away form recently just...
It's been poor, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has not been good enough. We seem to just crumble in certain situations. Looks like we still have that.
We'll just only maybe give like 3 extra just to get this done with.
That Spursiness is still there amongst his squad. Sarr, nice play. Here's Udogie. Brendan on the left-hand side here.
I think Johnson's been our best player, to be honest.
Here's Højbjerg. Just, oh, fuck's sake, Højbjerg. He's been terrible. Here's Gio. Added 5 minutes on. Taking the piss. End the game.
I guess for all the subs.
Adam Coloretti says, we may as well not even be there at corners. Makes no difference. Just stand on the halfway line and let them head it in. Oh!
I completely agree. It is like that. It is like that. I've never seen a team defend corners like it, actually. I've never, ever seen a team defend corners like it. They don't jump. They don't challenge. They don't get their body in the way. They don't block runs. I've honestly never seen a team like it.
Here's Decky. Oh, lovely play. Oh, looking for the through ball to Brendan. Couldn't quite squeeze it, but he wins it back well. And here he is again.
Totally on his own.
Emerson.
Oh, I thought I didn't think that was because of the kit.
Can't
I didn't
even
realise
see,
that was a Spurs player.
Oh my God. Here's Lo Celso.
He's offside here. He's offside. Just don't touch it. Don't touch it. Told you. Could have just used his body there.
Taking the piss. What's Romero's complaining
get sent
about?
off,
Oh,
yeah.
someone's ripped his shirt, Bruno. I bring on bloody Paul Dummett.
Do you remember I told you earlier that I've got a bloke I know who texts whenever Newcastle beats
No.
Spurs? He's already texted.
He's
me.
already...
I just don't understand people who are like that. I don't get it. I honestly don't get it. Like, who go into their mates and text. It's the weirdest. I find it the weirdest thing.
Is it why? Did you not find it banter?
No, I think it's really weird. Like, whenever we turn Newcastle, we turn them over 4-1 early in the season. I don't text him. Like, I don't try and make it worse for him. It's just fucking weird. It shows a personality disorder. It's really weird.
My 4-2 is still on, says Dark Shadow. Yeah, it's still on. Oh, I'll take 4-2 right now. Oh, it's embarrassing. They had such a bad team out and they just battered us 4-0. How?
Yeah, we're a long way away. We're a long way away from being able to deal with these kind of things. Be interesting to see what Ange comes out with, to be honest, because I think he has to take some responsibility here.
For sure. And now we've got, and then next 3 games, Arsenal at home, Chelsea away, Liverpool away. That's next 3.
What was that, sorry?
Arsenal away, Chelsea away, Arsenal at home, Chelsea away, Liverpool away, next 3. Here's Lewis Hall.
Hold on,
Becky does well, but no help. Oh, what are we doing?
Newcastle have basically stopped trying this half as well, and they still got won it 1-0.
2-0.
Sorry, yeah.
Nice for Dogi. There's Lo Celso. Is there a consolation in the offing for Tottenham?
I'll help you here. No. We're not even going to get a shot. We haven't made the keeper make a save all day.
Mm-hmm. Brendan in the box, away, only as far as Emerson.
Mercifully, only about 20 seconds left.
Oh, for God. That has to be the worst pass I've ever seen in my life.
Beam that up.
Oh, my God.
Højbjerg has just... I don't know what pass he's trying there, but he's just kicked it into Rose Z.
I do not know. Oh, my God. I don't even have the words for that pass. I think he's been horrendous when he's...
Look, even Eddie Howe's laughing about it.
It's the kit, I'm telling
With
you.
his
It's
weird,
the bloody
with
kit.
his weird fake
He
tan
thought
assistant, Jason
I'm telling
Tickle.
you, it blends in with the crowd. He passed it right into the bloody crowd.
Oh, so you said it was actually a great pass?
It's a great pass, right on the money.
Yeah.
It's the kit. Oh my God.
In a weird way, when you're so bad like this today, I don't even feel that bad about it.
All right. That was a shit show, to put it lightly. It's finished 4-0 to Newcastle. Oh, man, it's one to forget. I mean, probably worst game of the season. All right, let's get into the instant match reaction. What is going on, people? We are Tottenham TV here. It's finished Newcastle 4, Tottenham 0 at St James's Park. An absolute rout in which Tottenham have been embarrassed against a very much depleted Newcastle team. Tottenham with pretty much close to all, if not their first 11 out there. Absolutely embarrassed on the day. But in terms of going through the game, I mean, it started off evenly enough. You know, we had a few chances. Werner missed a couple of really good presentable opportunities. Newcastle were looking a real threat on the counter, but it looked like quite an even game. But Tottenham's defensive frailties reared its ugly head, and we were the masters of shooting ourselves in our foot, weren't we? We were masters of our own downfall, I should say.
Pretty much gave them 2 goals right from, I don't know what it was, 20, 25 minutes in. We didn't take our chances before that. We managed actually quite well to silence the crowd first 10, 15 minutes. Then as soon as we conceded a goal and then conceded the second straight away, crowd on top of us, you could see in the body language The Tottenham players not able to deal with it. Still not able to deal with it. No leaders on that pitch. That's the first time I've said this season. No leaders on that pitch. And I really think that's because Son was actually partly responsible for at least one of those goals, maybe even two. And as a result, he wasn't able to do anything. I mean, he's not a shouty leader anyway. But honestly, that was just embarrassing. Like I said it on the watch along, I've said the word embarrassing maybe 60 times. Like the way we have to go into the way we defend set pieces again. Like I think they only scored from one set piece, but they might have scored from 10 set pieces today. It's embarrassing. They do not jump for balls. They do not challenge for balls. They do not block runs. They are like under 10s compared to everybody else in the Premier League at defending set pieces. And next up, we've got Arsenal, who are the best at it.
Yeah, and I think, I think today's as well, it's just, you follow this performance up from, you think about the Fulham game, which was 2 away games ago. You have the Brighton game, which was at the back end of December time. But we clearly have this tendency of just being completely overawed by the opposition, not knowing how to deal with it defensively. Like sometimes when you're up against it, I completely get what Ange is trying to do. We keep playing the same way, I get it. But sometimes when you're up against it, you have to have some sort of way of battening down the hatches, riding a storm, and just getting through periods so that you allow yourself those periods to dominate again. And it seems as though in these kind of games, we haven't managed to get into a situation where we're able to just keep the opposition quiet for a bit, get everyone behind the ball, get everyone defending in the proper situations. It's almost as if once we're up against it, we completely just crumble, allow the opposition to dominate, allow them to just create as many chances as they want, essentially. And when we're off our game a bit, the opposition just find it so easy to create as many chances as they want. And that was another example of that today.
I think we need, I said it after the last game, we need a brilliant number 6 who is able to spot and smell danger and help out, because we're leaving 2-on-2 at the back, but today against Isak and Barnes and Gordon, they made Romero and Van de Ven look average, and they need help. They need a third. When we were brilliant under Pochettino, a lot of it was because in the early days, Eric Dyer would sit in as a third centre-half from defensive midfield, like when we were building up play, but also when we were being broken against. And that doesn't happen anymore. We don't have the stability when we're being broken against, especially against teams with pace and who are clinical. And they were clinical today.
Yeah.
And we've got to learn from this for next season. I do get it. I still feel confident that Ange is saying, this is how we're going to do it. We're learning how to be like this. But next season, he has to take some learnings from these beatings that we're getting.
Yeah, and I think at the beginning of the season, you would have expected it would have happened. The problem, the issue is happening now, near the end of the season, when we should have had our most progression kind of thing, and now we're taking a few batterings against Fulham and today, and you would have expected it would have happened earlier on, but clearly this is still a team on a learning curve. But today was just pathetic. It was pathetic, and there's no other way of putting it. It wasn't obviously, when we're on the ball, I do see us trying things, we're trying to do things, but it's almost as if when we're getting hit in the transition, we're making it way too easy for the opposition to just one long ball in behind and they're in on goal. It's a one-on-one situation. And we're so weak in these defensive transitions, really weak. Doggy getting muscled off the ball, Anthony Gordon, Porro not looking up and just giving it straight to Gordon as well, who ended up scoring. We're not strong enough.
You don't get second chances in games against the top 6, against the top 8. And if you make a mistake like Udogie did in terms of there's one thing being out-muscled, right? He'd actually done the hard work. I'm talking about the first goal here. He'd done the hard work. He'd got his body in between Gordon and the ball. And then Gordon, who's much smaller than him, out-muscles him. And at that point, that is almost like where the biggest mistake is. He's got to take him down. Mm-hmm. At that point, you take him down.
Yeah.
So that's like a mistake followed by naivety. You take your yellow card and you say, fine, it's 0-0. You don't get a second chance. One goal goes in at St James's and you know what's going to happen. The crowd are up. And then we double down on our mistake because Pedro Porro does something completely mental, which is clearly because of the Ange playbook, which is even if you go a goal down, still try and play the hardest ball you can. Still try and be the bravest you can on the ball. But I get it. If that's in terms of this season about the philosophy, if that's about mindset, I get it. But next season, they have to be learning from things and be like, okay, if you concede a goal at one of the big grounds where the crowd is up, just hack it into Rosed straight away. Get your team back. What did Newcastle do brilliantly all day? They slowed us down and they got themselves back in shape. We never made a chance. We never made a single gilt-edged chance because they slowed us down. They took their fouls. They made their fouls where they had to. They took a booking if they had to. I don't even think they got booked. They actually managed their professional fouls so well they didn't even get booked. And then they were 10 behind the ball every time. Every time.
Yeah, they didn't get any bookings.
It was
us.
schoolboy stuff from Spurs today. We played into their hands. We allowed them to play direct. Their fans don't care that they're playing direct because they've won 4-0, and they'll say, we've got loads of injuries. Well, look, they're still 10 points behind us, so they've had a shit season. But we've got to learn from this stuff because teams like that, teams like Chelsea, teams like Man United, if not at the latter end of this season, next season, they will be better than they are now. So we need to improve a lot. And I think more and more as we go along, we need to buy a brilliant six, a Polinia, someone who sniffs it out. Because we are too open. It's too dangerous every time we lose the ball.
Yeah, but to what you said, like sometimes we concede a goal and we let the occasion get to I remember early in the season, we went to the Emirates, went 1-0 down early and the crowd were on top of us, but we kept our composure. And this is such a difference to that team that we saw earlier in the season. And I don't know what has changed, why we are so different. But today we completely crumbled. Like at that third goal, just after half time, Son loses it on the edge of the opposition box. And then just one long ball straight over the top, and Isaac is 1-on-1. One long ball, that's all they needed.
We've got to be fair, and we've got to be equal, and we've got to say it as it is. Son had one of his worst games I've ever seen for Tottenham Hotspur today, and I'm glad that Ange took him off. He's a legend for this club. He's one elite player, world-class player, but he had a stinking game. He could not hold the ball up. He got it caught under his feet all the time. He made the wrong decision every time, and he was responsible for that goal. He was. Because the way we play, you've got to be as careful when you're holding the ball up as you are anywhere else on the pitch because we don't have any defenders. We're literally like you said, caught under a high ball. So you got to, I give him enough credit when he plays well, Sonny, but he had a terrible game today, and I'm really pleased that Ange was brave enough to take him off.
Yeah, terrible performance, and that was a bit of a statement, taking off your captain on 55 minutes, which very rarely happens to Son. Shows Ange is willing to, make a tough call there, but we're 3-0 down already, so, you could even argue he's saving some for future weeks probably because the game was over. It's true, we do have 2 weeks off. Yeah, look, it's not. I don't know how many more ways I can say how much of a shambles it was because. I thought Fulham was bad, and this was even worse because even at least Fulham, they've got their full strength team. It's always a tough place to go. But it's looking at Newcastle's team today. Murphy at right back. You got Kraft playing at centre back. You got Anderson and Longstaff in centre mid, and not only. Were they competing with? I say battering us. They're destroying us with a depleted team. And
can I say something controversial?
I'm baffled.
Actually? If you were as bad at your job as Mile Jedinak is at his job at being the set-piece defensive coach, you'd lose your job.
Yeah. You
would lose your job. Now, I'm not saying he needs to lose his job because he's an overall coach as well, right? But it is embarrassing that Ange Postecoglou has come out and said, I don't believe in set-piece coaches.
And then with that bad.
The only way you can say that is if you're actually good at it. Mm-hmm. And we're terrible at defensive and attacking set-pieces. So that needs to be something we learn from too. Somebody needs to get him to change his mind. He needs to come out and say I was wrong.
It was pathetic today. They had 15 corners. I think they had pretty much a chance from each one. And then from the 15th corner, you think, okay, at least one maybe we'll keep out. And they get the chance they score from it and make it 4-0 late on. And that goal from the corner was absolutely coming all day. They had about 10 chances from corners. They didn't get, luckily for us, didn't go in the back of the net, but the last one, they did manage to get it.
Imagine how easy it's going to be for Saliba and Gabriel, and then when we play Liverpool, Virgil van Dijk against the way we defend those corners. Christ alive.
Well, we have a tough run in now in the next few games. Obviously, people may be thinking the next few games, looking forward to it because, we've been quite good against the big sides this season. But off the back of that, you can't help but be worried now with Arsenal coming to Tottenham Stadium, now then away to Chelsea and Liverpool, which our away form is absolutely in shatters at the moment, in tatters, I should say, at the moment. Then you've got Burnley and then Man City. So some really, really tough games. We actually drop out of the top four today after that result. Hopefully, I would say hopefully Arsenal could do us a favour, but I don't want them winning the league, so I don't want them winning. But with fifth at the moment, definitely not guaranteed Champions League. We'll be looking at that top four. So Arsenal will play Villa tomorrow with hopefully they do us a favour. But at the moment, definitely this top four ain't going to be easy with the run we have. Not
Tell you
going to
what,
be
if
easy.
you're a Newcastle fan now, you're looking at that 10 points with the run in they've got, and they're thinking, oh, we might
Why not?
we might be able to get in the top 5 ourselves.
Well, that is...
But nobody will give Newcastle as easy a game as we just did.
No, that's
Nobody
for sure.
will be as naive as we were. So
I'm just baffled. I'm baffled how easy we made it. Like, how it's such an easy game for Newcastle. We have something fighting for something this season. We're fighting for that top 4. We should be the ones really in the ascendancy, and Newcastle completely blast away. I'm just baffled about how easy we made it for them. But look, that is all we have for the watch on. That is your instant match reaction. Let me know in the comment section below your thoughts on today's game. I mean, it was absolute shambles. Just a quick reminder, today's watch along was in partnership with the Testicular Cancer Society. If you do want more information, do go in the link is in the description below, www.testicularcancersociety.org. Please do go get checked out. Have a feel around, see if there's any lumps. An early diagnosis is the best way to combat testicular cancer. So this watch along was brought to you in collaboration with them. Thank you, Barnaby, for joining me today's watch along. Go check him out as well. The link is in the title of this video for the Spurred On podcast at Barnaby Slater in the title of this video if you want to see more of Barnaby. We'll be back with the post-match fan show very shortly, so go check that out. You can come on and have your say about the absolute shambles that was today's debacle at St James's Park. But yeah, that is all for the watch along. We'll see you all very, very soon. Like, subscribe and comment, and as always, come on you Spurs.